What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our FA Cup watch-along here on Anfield Agenda. The team news is out and confirmed. What you can see on the screen is the confirmed lineup. Thank you to our friends at Lineup Builder as well. Got to give those guys a shout out. Do check out Lineup Builder for all of your own lineup needs. And of course, they've helped us build a back-end system we use as well. There was somebody in the chat I wanted to say hello to. Where was his name? John, I believe it's your good self, mate. You said your daughter is gone into labour and we could have our first Anfield Agenda baby. Well, I wish mother and baby and everybody involved a safe passage and birth into this beautiful planet. And we'll be thinking of you, mate, and let us know the updates on how everything goes. We wish them all the best. And just remember, if it's a boy, Craig's a good name. It's not really great, to be honest with you, John. It's one that keeps getting misspelled my entire life. But either way, delighted for you, mate. So we've had an Anfield Agenda baby before, don't you know? We've had an Anfield Agenda marriage. So the next thing is for me to be the godfather of that child. Clearly, John. That's the way forward, bro. How are we all doing? Few surprises in the starting lineup tonight. I mean, didn't expect to see Virgil van Dijk playing. Didn't, but there you go. A little bit disappointed that Dan's doesn't start because I think we're all on the Dan's hype train. But just to confirm the team, as you can see on the screen, it is Kelleher, Gomez, Van Dijk, Gakpo, Elliott, Chimikas, Clark, McConnell, Kumas, Kwanzaa, Bradley. We think it lines up with Gomez at right back, Costas at left back, obviously Van Dijk and Kwanzaa as your centre backs in midfield, McConnell, Elliott and Mr. Bobby Clark, and then up top we believe it's going to be Conor Bradley on the right hand side, Cody Gakpo to the centre and young Lewis Kumas on the left. So let's wait and see what the night has in store for us. It's an interesting one. I don't know what to expect from it. I mean, how could we? It's a fairly experimental lineup, but it's got to be done tonight. It's got to be resolved tonight. So we'll either be in or out of the FA Cup by 11 o'clock this evening or thereabouts if it goes all the way. Craig, much love. For some reason, am I a mod? You are a mod, Liam. If you don't want to be a mod, we can unmod you if you don't want the stress, bro. I understand some people don't want it, some people do, but you are a mod. If there's a spanner beside your name, bro, welcome to the family. But look, I know some people that like being mods, by the way, because they want to just have fun and focus, so I get it, mate. If you don't want us to if you want us to remove that, just ask, no problemo. Right, Bradley right wing, let's go, said Ishti Urban. Yeah, it's going to be interesting in a fun way. Do you know what, it's a bit stronger than I expected, but let's see how we get on. Obviously, we'd love to book our place in the next round of the FA Cup, but Southampton, I'm sure, will have other plans. We'll take a look at the Southampton lineup. Now, we've got Lumley, Bree, Stevens, Bednarek, Manning, Rothwell, Charles, Aribo, Edozie, Mara, and Sulemana. That is the Southampton lineup. What's the bench? No problemo, Thomas. It is scrolling across the bottom of the screen, bro, by the way, just for in case. I don't know if I've drawn your attention to that before, but if you look under the live watch-along thing, there is a scrolling bar with the subs on it, but I will happily read it out to you, bro. One sec. So it's Adrian, Canade, Lucho, McAllister, Scanlon, Gordon. Who's this one? Sorry, I'm just going to have to zoom in on this one. Who the hell is that? Nalo, Dans and Neoni. So yeah, that's just the new one there for me, lads. I'm not even going to lie to you. LV, Cup Stream got me hooked on Zach Brown now. Sorry. It's a good song though, isn't it? It is a really good song. Yep, I love it. I do. I love it myself. And a little bit of chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night, pair of jeans to fit just right, and the radio up. Promise you, I'm not going to sing that anymore tonight, unless you want me to. Did you see yourself in the 4-4 tune vid, said Danielson Granados. Thank you for the super chat. Of course, it's been the highlight of my year, mate. Of course I have. Never been more of a hero to my son than when I appeared in 4-4 Tunes, and he was delighted to get a little mention in it. So yes, thank you to the team of 4-4 Tunes. Appreciate it. Means a lot to us. If we beat Southampton, we could face Man United or Forest next round. Could do. Yep. Let's just worry about getting past Southampton first, and then we'll try and figure out the rest. Jen, you big hero. Thank you, Jen, for your very kind super sticker, my friend. I love that little dude, by the way, that YouTube use for their super stickers. He's a cool little dude. Right, love the channel. Thank you, Tudsy. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you being in. The quarterfinal home or away. Is the quarterfinal home or away? The draw hasn't been done yet, so we don't know. At least I don't believe the draw has been done, has it? I don't know if I missed the draw. I don't know what's going on here. No, I believe it'll be done afterwards. Draw was made. That's the fixture we got. Oh, I should probably have had that information. So there you go. We got the winner of United's game. Ah, see, I'm playing catch-up today because I was working on other stuff behind the scenes. Cool. There you go then. United or Forest. Bring it on. Bring it on. Was a home or away? We have Man United away. There you go from Mario. There we go. 7 p.m. The draw literally just happened. I wonder I hadn't seen news of it. Cool. So it's City versus Newcastle. We'll bring you the draw in its entirety in a moment, actually. But yes, the draw just happened. We've been drawn away to the winner of the Nottingham Forest Manchester United game. Cool. Bring it on. Bring it on. Are we going to be the ones to get Ten Hag fired? You never know. We have form for it. Why is Elliot playing? Because I said he could. Next question. Cool. So the draw's just happened. Nice. We'll bring you that draw in its entirety, so bear with us when we get up to speed. Can I shout me out, please? I could. Optic Football edits, I believe. You've retracted your message, though. So you obviously don't want to be shouted out. So there you go. You had your chance, bro. We have to beat Southampton first. Absolutely, we do. Yes. It's, look, I'm not taking this game lightly. You know, especially when we're basically the walking wounded at this point. But I tell you what, there is a lot to go over, by the way, because a lot of stuff's starting to come out of Germany again about the race for Xabi Alonso. I'll talk about that in the next few minutes. There's also a lot of stuff around the potential that Liverpool are going to, once again, try to lure Michael Edwards back to the club with the attraction of more power and a new role invented for him. CEO of football is apparently the title that's been mentioned. Although I have to say, and Fabrizio Romano said, there's been no indications that he's going to say yes, but apparently FSG are very much wanting to bring him back to get him involved to run the football side of things. What about Michael Edwards coming back to Liverpool? He wants more control in the club. So, obviously, I don't know the power structure behind the scenes at Liverpool. Obviously, we know Klopp has quite a bit of it, but with Klopp moving on, you know, if Edwards did come back in, you know, he probably would want to control footballing operations at the club, which is understandable. You know, he certainly got a track record. 11 years spent with Liverpool Football Club. Now, obviously, part of, I'm trying to think of the name, Ludonautics, with Dr. Ian Graham, the consultancy company that they've set up. So, yeah, it's, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. But I tell you what, time to start calling out the spoofer again, and I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm doing it. Florian Plettenberg. News, Alonso, here he goes again. FC Bayern is planning the next steps now, as Alonso was still open to join Bayern in the summer, as always reported and confirmed again with his big stupid tick. And there's more to this, but one frame or one paragraph at a time. Yes, Florian, when you say everything is possible, we can all put a little tick beside our comments to go, as confirmed. You're a spoofer, mate. We know it, you know it, football world knows it. Your bias has shone through already in this situation, where you're supposed to be a respectful, balanced journalist working for Sky, and you're full of it. So let's move on to the next line in Florian Plettenberg's latest round of whereabouts on Bullshit Island am I? So, but Alonso would become very, very expensive. In the summer, he definitely doesn't have a written release clause in his contract. The transfer fee is negotiable. Bayern informed now. They can be as informed as they want, Florian. Dude's not returning. Dude won't go to Bayern. Nobody wants the job because managers don't get a chance to settle in. They don't treat them very well. Let's be honest. Nagelsmann. How many games did Julian Nagelsmann lose in one calendar season or in one season before he was given the boot? I'll answer the question. 3. 3 games across all competitions before Julian Nagelsmann got given the P45. That's not really going to fill anybody full of confidence, is it? So Bayern are going to have to just hold the L on this one, but we've got more information. He went on to say, if Alonso wants to leave Bayer Leverkusen this summer, all parties assume Leverkusen will demand between 15 to 25 million euro. Alonso will only have a written release clause in the summer of 2025 in the range of 15 million euro. So what he's basically telling us here is pretty much a lot of what we already knew. That there was no written release clause for this summer. We all knew that. I mean, the Bayer Leverkusen sporting director or CEO told us that. And we've always known that there was a gentleman's agreement of sorts that if Bayern, Liverpool or Real Madrid came to the table, that Alonso would like to be given the opportunity to speak to those clubs. So, basically, shut up is where I'm going with this, Plettenberg. He's not going to stay and go to Bayern. He'll either stay at Bayer Leverkusen or he'll move to Liverpool. But you got to just take the L on this one, because right now, let's be honest, Bayern isn't an attractive proposition at the minute. Their turnover and history of managers in the last few years hasn't been great, has it? Whereas you look at Liverpool, and like I said at the weekend, it won't have been lost on Mr. Xabi Alonso. The scenes of Liverpool winning the League Cup, the young players, the crowd, the fans, that'll be a nice little reminder to Alonso of what may await him. Bayern are also apparently going to offer him a contract of about £350,000 a week or 20 million a year, something along those lines, which sounds cool, but how long do you get? Because let's be honest, as I've said, Tuchel, going to get the boo. Nagelsmann, boo. Flick, boo. Not really stability. So just, he's not going to go there. You don't need to worry about it anymore. I'm talking to Florian Plettenberg there, by the way. Sorry, not you guys. He needs to just stop. His credibility is destroyed, from my opinion, at this point. You're supposed to be a balanced, impartial journalist reporting for Sky Germany, and all he's doing is basically fluffing the German league and Bayern Munich to try and keep who was a very good up-and-coming manager in the league. I get it, but don't then tell us you're impartial, mate. You know, we know you're not. It's very clear here that you're not stacking the deck in favour of Liverpool or neutrality. You're very much trying to push the agenda of Bayern. Understandable. 8 British players playing the FA Cup for Liverpool today. Is it the 80s? Good stat, that, though. Nice to hear. Craig, do you think because we saved the Caicedo money for this year, we'll actually have that 200 million war chest? I've no idea, Miroslav. I've no idea what to expect in that regard. There's been a few bits and pieces doing the rounds today. Where's this one from? David Ornstein said, the sporting director candidate the Liverpool owners would most like to hire is Michael Edwards. There have been suggestions that the job would be more appealing to Edwards if he was offered a stake in FSG. Goes on to say, but the company has only ever made that allowance for LeBron James, and it's unclear whether that kind of offer would be on the table for Michael Edwards. Also, breaking, Newcastle United interested in appointing Julian Nagelsmann this summer. So already we see the pressure coming on Eddie Howe. And of course, this is another German cheerleader in Mr. Christian Falk who's putting out this one. So, but look, I'm not surprised that I could believe that, to be fair, that Newcastle will be interested in Nagelsmann. More news, though. They've been coming out with I won't say the woodwork, because that makes them sound a bit creaturey, and I don't mean it to be. So the Athletic have said, Alonso, frontrunner to replace Klopp, but plan B needed. Ruben Amorim and Julian Nagelsmann score well on data. FSG wants Edwards as sporting director, but needs decision soon. Football CEO title could be created. That's from David Ornstein and James Pearce via The Athletic. And a few other bits and pieces come in today I want to just draw your attention to. Paul Joyce. When Paul Joyce writes, speaks, we listen. FSG have realised that the profile of sporting director that they've been looking for has changed. Previously, they were looking for somebody to facilitate Klopp's needs, but now there is a demand for somebody to take charge of the whole club. Again, that comes in from Mr. Paul Joyce. This from the Sunday People. Bayern Munich are ready to offer a deal worth £385,000 a week or 20 million a year to hire Alonso. Bayern Bayern are ready to make him the highest paid manager in the history of the German league. Cool. It's not all about the money though. Michael Edwards wants full control over Liverpool's football operations to consider a return, said Paul Joyce. FSG are ready to put Michael Edwards in charge of the club in an attempt to lure him back. I mean, I can't lie. I want him. I do. I want him. And I think all of you guys probably do as well. You know, there's something, let's be honest, there'd be something comforting around the idea of Michael Edwards coming back to the football club to be part of the rebuild, if you want to call it that, to be part of the next evolution of Liverpool Football Club. Obviously with Jurgen and Pep Linders and the coaches moving on, we're going to need the right manager, the right sporting director, and of course, in this case, the potential CEO of football. Now, I read one very interesting part about Michael Edwards' situation. They said that Michael Edwards may look to bring in Julian Ward again to work under him as the sporting director if he becomes, let's say, the football CEO. So, in an ideal world for FSG, based off some of these reports that I'll read out to you in a moment, they look like they want to have Edwards back in, then Ward underneath, and then obviously a new manager. I like the idea of that. What's this from Carl? Fabrizio Romano said, important to clarify, Edwards showing no signals yet of intending to return or saying yes, not just to Liverpool, but to any project. He's very happy with what he's doing at the moment, nothing concrete. I like his negotiating stance here. Well done. This one from, again, Fabrizio Romano. Liverpool owners want to give one last try to bring Michael Edwards back to the club. FSG want Edwards to take over football and put a new structure in place. And again, he goes on about Edwards showing no signs of confirming. So, Melissa Reddy has also been speaking, not this time about the managerial race, but the Saudi Pro League will attempt to prize Mohamed Salah away from Liverpool again. But Melissa wrote, all indications are that Salah wants to continue competing at the highest level. Now, I'm not trying to put words in Melissa's mouth here or anything, but that doesn't say he wants to continue at Liverpool. Now, that could be, I guess, part of the lure to try and get Liverpool to the negotiating table again to give Mo a new deal. But if he wants to continue to play at the highest level, then surely we've got to step up here. You know, if he wanted to move to Saudi, again, you can understand that if it's a good cultural fit, if it's the right time in his career, whatever he feels, it's his decision, it's his career. But if he wants to continue to play at the highest level, then surely Liverpool have to sit down and get Mo sorted on a new deal. The only other thing I could think of, really, PSG, but that's more of a project again for Mo rather than leaving Liverpool, which is a club that is pretty consistent at this point. So I'd love to know your thoughts on that whole situation. All these leaks today are definitely from Edwards' side. Surely there's something that can be done to convince him. It does feel a little bit like, if you're at the point of saying, I'd want full control over the footballing operations to even consider it, you know, I agree. That's kind of an indication. If those leaks have come, that is kind of an indication of, yeah, I'm open to it. But I want control. Steve G, welcome to Anfield Agenda Ultra, Steve. Appreciate you, bro. Look forward to catching up with you in the Discord group. So a little bit of transfer gossip from the Mirror. The Mirror have said Liverpool reportedly keen on bringing rising Porto star Alan Varela to Anfield. They don't mention a price or anything like that. Wataru Endo will be okay for Saturday's trip to Nottingham Forest. That comes in from Lewis Steele. Off topic, have you seen the new 442s? You're in it. Of course, yes, mate. You guys don't miss anything. And as soon as that video was released, are absolutely heroic. Chief moderator Mark was messaging me going, dude, 442s video, you're in it. And then a minute passed by, and so was Lucas's name. And honestly, I've been lucky enough to have a few cool experiences doing this, you know, from meeting players a few times or other bits and pieces. But that is it. That's the best. That's the one. That's the top of it. Being immortalised on 442s. Honestly, it's like me winning an Oscar to me. It's amazing. I'm so grateful because I love it. I've told you for years, I love 4-4-2. It's brilliant. My son's a huge fan of it. So yeah, it was a special day yesterday to see that. What video is it? Well, we may share it on our socials actually, because they've given us permission to use the video ourselves. But yeah, it's up there from the reaction to the League Cup victory. That's the video. Will Salah, Núñez, Szoboszlai be ready for the weekend? I believe so. Certainly. I said to you guys, I probably wouldn't be including them in this squad today. Certainly to start, maybe off the bench, but I'd say the club are just being safe here and prioritising that game at the weekend, because that's the last league game then before we take on Manchester City. Yes, we do have a Europa League tie in between, but that's the last league game. What about Alisson? Other side of the international break, Jurica. Other side of the international break, unfortunately. Craig for the Oscars. I don't know, yeah. Give me an Oscar. Why not? Didn't Klopp say that Núñez or he's saving him for the Premier League? I don't remember that, but look, I never expected him to be involved tonight, really, other than perhaps in the squad. But look, right now, the vibes are good. And I've got to be honest with you, I don't know how the sporting director manager search truly turns out, but I'm liking the noises that are coming out about the people they're looking at. Yeah, there was something, and I'm trying to find out if it was in our notes or if I read it somewhere else. Bear with me 1 second. So this from Christian Falk said, Liverpool are now in direct contact with Leverkusen to find an agreement for Xabi Alonso. Bayern, on the other hand, are putting pressure on Leverkusen to get Alonso, and that's seen as a demonstration to destabilise the squad. Alonso doesn't see their approach as respectful and is not appreciated by the squad. Opposite to Liverpool's approach, which was made professionally and with respect, communicating everyone about their intentions. That could maybe even be one of the reasons he doesn't join Bayern. And that's from Sasha Taglieri, actually. Sorry, Sasha Taglieri. Cool. Look, I said it to you. Give me credit. The other day I did say to you, FSG will do this in the right way. FSG have always been very good, and their people that work with them, of being courteous, professional and respectful. So other than perhaps Southampton for Virgil van Dijk, I mean, let's be honest, that was a headache. But good news to hear that. There was one more thing though. I was sure. I don't want to say it because I don't want to have the wrong quote on it. But where was it? There was basically... this was it, was it? No. There was a quote that said Liverpool have looked at the data around Nagelsmann but weren't impressed the couple of times we've played them that he never changed tactics when they were going behind, or something along those lines. I'm trying to get the direct quote here. Okay. What's this one? George Schmadtke, speaking about Dominik Szoboszlai, said he proved him wrong. He initially thought he wasn't worth the transfer fee. He said, at Liverpool, we brought Dominik Szoboszlai for €70 million from Leipzig. At the time, I said, it's too expensive. From today's perspective, that was a misjudgment on my part. The boy was an important player from day one. He performed better than I would have expected. Well, a couple of things on that one. Firstly, fair play to George Schmadtke for admitting he maybe got that wrong, but also fair play for not giving up on the deal and digging your heels in and thinking, nah, it's too much. Got the job done, got the deal done, got the player signed up, and we're all the better for it. So yes, good business all around. I can't find that bit of information about the conversation about Nagelsmann. I can't find the information during my notes, sorry, or in my notes. Right, can you tell me the bench, please, Craig? Yeah, it's also going to scroll across the bottom of the screen there, but of course, happy to read it out for you, my friend. The bench is Adrian, Konade, Diaz, McAllister, Scanlon, Gordon, Nallo, Dans, and Leone. Can anybody help me out with Dallo? I've genuinely got no clue about Dallo or that guy on the bench there. No clue about it. Is it Nallo? Nallo, sorry, Nallo. No idea. Do you think Bradley should have got a yellow in the FA Cup? No. The instigator in that was 100% Oat Milk Chilwell. Is Bradley really going to play in the front three? Yes, he is. He's going to play right side of attack by the looks of things. He's a young centre-back, is he? Okay, thank you. Nalo, 17, a young centre-back. Appreciate you. Thank you for that. Genuinely got no idea about the kid. Pranav, how are you, my friend? Said, Craig, the next manager will be either Alonso or Amarim by the looks of it. I feel if Edwards comes in, he might get towards Amarim. So I don't know that it will ever get to the point where Amarim is wanted above Alonso. But I do agree with you, Pranav, that they certainly at this moment in time look like the two most likely candidates to be pursued. And I'm with that. I'm fully on board with that. I've said to you all along, Nagelsmann just didn't feel right to me. Something just felt... I felt unsure about Nagelsmann. He obviously has ability as a coach. But, I don't know. It just doesn't feel a good connection, if that makes sense. Alejandro, thank you for your input. We got him from West Ham a year ago, from what I heard. The Nallo boy. Appreciate you, mate. Have visions of Nallo scoring. Well, look, I'm just genuinely pleased to get a bit more information about another promising youthful player at the club, because if there's one part of my knowledge of Liverpool that lets me down, is I don't have the time to really keep track of what's going on at underage level. Just there isn't enough hours in the day, unfortunately. So I'm always open and honest about the fact that that's probably the weakest part of my hosting ability, or my knowledge is I don't have that good of an in-depth knowledge on the academy. Do you think that Nike is a curse? No. I don't think the injuries have anything to do with Nike, to be fair. You know, I'd have a lot of feedback for Nike on the kits and stuff, but I certainly wouldn't be looking to blame them on the injuries or anything like that. Craig, it might be Bradley at right back, Gomez holding midfield, Nelly at right wing. Pretty sure the way we have it is the way it's been leaked to people. But look, we'll figure it out together when the game starts. You know, we'll look at your feedback. I'll have a look and we'll see what way they're lining up. But I'm actually kind of excited if it is Bradley on the right side of attack, because that would be interesting. To be honest, I love the home shirts from Nike, but that's about it. Said Miroslav. Yeah, the home shirts have been okay. I know a lot of people love the away shirt, the cream one. I think that was the biggest selling away shirts in the club's history, actually. For me, I don't mind the green and white one this year. The home shirt's a bit simple, a bit boring. I kind of get the feel like the white around the arms and the cuffs kind of make it a bit Middlesbrough-y or something. But I guess you could also look back to one of the Liverpool Reebok kits in the past that had the white collar and cuffs. Thoughts on the next round? Yeah, it was good to get a nice easy draw, wasn't it? United away from home. You know, probably the handiest draw you could get in the FA Cup. Of course, they still have to get past Forest, but... and look, and all joking aside, it's a tasty tie, isn't it? You know, if we get past Southampton tonight, we're away against the winners of Forest and United. So we know what the pathway looks like. So if I'm right in saying that would be the last game before the international break, the one that's scheduled to be Everton now. So if we get past Southampton tonight, it will be that last game before we head off on the international break, if my memory's right. And normally I'd worry about having so many youthful players, but this time I have a feeling they'll do the job, said Alex Cooper. And thank you, Alex, for your super chat. Liz, thank you. Said happy match day, love and light to you crazy feckers. Thank you, Liz. Who do you think Who do you think will win the Scottish Premiership? I've no idea, mate. I don't pay much attention to it. I know Celtic have thrown away a lead and Rangers have come back, but other than that, mate, I know nothing about it. Sorry, I don't really follow Scottish football. Excited to see Kumas in action, said Shahid. Yeah, definitely. So, son, obviously, of a former Tranmere player. And it'll be interesting to see if he's like his dad, Jason. But, yeah, honestly, I got to say, I'm a bit surprised we don't see Jayden Dan starting tonight. That would have been, I thought, nailed on, in all honesty. But he is on the bench. As you can see, the team on the screens is the confirmed teams for both. Anything about Edwards coming back? There's been lots of chatter and talk about it, but nothing concrete yet. Honestly, got no idea at this point. Hopeful though, I'd love him to come back. I really would. It would be it'd feel like a good boost for morale if he came back in, and then if Ward came in under him again, that would be awesome. But we have to wait and see. How are we going to get through the City game with so many injuries? We won't have them all at that point, Foxy. We're going to have Darwin, Salah and Szoboszlai back at that point. So, yes, Trent will be out, Alisson will be out from what you consider the first team. Jones probably going to be out as well. But we've done it before and we've got to try and do it again. I mean, think to the Barcelona game. No Firmino, no Salah. I think Robbo went off injured, if my memory's right, from that game. And we found a way. So, you'll have to harness the power of Anfield. That's one thing that I'm sure everybody is expecting and will play a big part in the game against Manchester City. But let's hope that those boys are back. Because if we have Mo, Darwin and... who's the third player I'm thinking of? Mo, Darwin and... Szoboszlai, sorry. And we might be touch and go for Gravenberch as well. If Klopp said minimum 2 games, that'll be tonight and Forest. So if it extends to 3 games, that'll be tonight, Forest, Sparta Prague away. So Gravenberch may even be back on the bench for that City game. Monkey House, thank you, bro, for the super chat. Said, hey, Craig, love your content, chat, insights and dedication. You cheer me up when I'm down. I'm neurodivergent, but I'm sure the same for everyone. You'll never walk alone. Elliot reminds me of Craig Johnston. I can see the link for Craig Johnston, all right, absolutely. Elliot didn't invent the Predator boot though, but thank you so much, mate. Appreciate you being with us. Means a lot to us. Thank you for opening up as well. And it's been a great week, mate. Honestly, the love from you guys to each other, to the channel, the direction we're all heading in, feels like it feels like it's going to be a lot of fun between now and the end of the season, and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for us. What happened to Robbo? Nothing. Why? Why would you think that happened to him? I would imagine he's just been rested up. Yeah, I would imagine just rested for the Forest game. When do you think Trent will be back? I honestly, I don't know, Ryan. I think I'm trying to think back to Linder's press conference. I think Linder said after the international break. Look, happy to be corrected on that if I'm wrong, but I have some recollection of Linder saying that in his pre-Carabao Cup final presser. What channel is the game on? So for me, I'm watching it here in Ireland on Premier Sport, but I believe it's on ITV in the UK. Outside of that, I'm not sure in what other parts of the world the games are on or what channels. I'm sure people will be good enough to let us know in the comments. Would you have rested Virgil and started Ibu? I would have rested Virgil and played Gomez at centre-back is probably what I would have tried to do if I was in charge. But I am very, very surprised to see Virgil van Dijk, after playing 120 minutes of the weekend, playing again tonight. But he's obviously feeling alright. ESPN Plus in America, thank you for that. Commune and Jessica. Couple of others as well. Kozak, thank you. Sniper, thank you. DSTV, don't know what that is. Viaplay in Scandinavia, thank you, Isaac. Appreciate that. What am I doing here? Sorry. Don't forget, by the way, we are in Boston in 3 weeks and 2 days at the House of Blues Foundation Room. If you want to come and see us, we'd love to have you along. Tickets are on sale on Ticketmaster. If you'd like to get the link in the description, work away. We'd love to see you there. And again, I feel like I've said this multiple times now, and I'm not trying to be facetious, but we've reached out behind the scenes via email, via DM to the official Liverpool Supporters Club in Boston. We've, tried to call out and include them in videos to say, if anybody from the official Liverpool Supporters Club would like to come and see us, we'd love to give you guys some free tickets. Unfortunately, we've not heard a dicky bird back from them on any platform. I mean, maybe they just don't like me. I understand that as well if that's the case. But certainly from our side, we'd always love to connect with the local supporters while we're over there. And it's been a bit disheartening kind of to not hear back from them at all. Kind of flies in the face of the whole YNWA aspect. But what can we do? We've tried. Don't you think we should have gone for Andre to suffice for the exact situation we're in? No, I don't. Because the club have faith in Bajcetic, and they probably didn't expect the Bajcetic stuff to kick on as long as it has. But he's getting close and closer to fitness. The bone's looking good, according to Jurgen. And once he's back, we should be alright, I wonder, though, if we will look for somebody a bit more experienced in the summer when Thiago moves on. When's the draw for the next round? It's done already, Rob. We were drawn away to the winner of the Nottingham Forest-Manchester United game. Don't worry if you didn't know about it, mate. I only found out at 7:05 as well that the draw was at 7. Southampton not playing their full-strength lineup. They have an important match on Saturday. Good. Glad to hear it, Pranav. Glad to hear it. It's on Sport Club 1 in Croatia. Jurica has put in. Thank you very much for that. Who's on the bench? Again, it is scrolling across the bottom of the screen, by the way, just to point that out to people who are asking about the bench. It's a new thing that we've recently added. But yes, on the bench we have, I'm going to work backwards this time, Nioni, Dans, Nallo, Gordon, Scanlon, McAllister, Canade and Adrian. That is your Liverpool bench. Dave, how are you, Dave? Dave said, Craig, love your content. Can't wait to see what the youngsters can do tonight. That win on Sunday will defo make them hungry for more success. I can also confirm that this is officially a sellout tonight at Anfield. Take note, Manchester City. So there we go. Club announced earlier on today confirmation that this is a fully sold out game tonight at Anfield, which is going to be a beautiful thing for those young players in that Anfield atmosphere, and hopefully they can continue their very impressive input into the first team. Diaz on the bench? No, not that I remember. I mean, I read out the entire bench to you just there a second ago. He is on the bench. Yes, shit, that's my bad. Sorry. That's what I get for trying to be clever and read it backwards. So, just to confirm, as my good friend there has pointed out, Adrian, Canade, Diaz, McAllister, Scanlon, Gordon, Nallo, Dans, and Nioni. Thank you, bro. Sorry I forgot that one. Just glossing through it. AJ Walker. Thank you, AJ, for your super chat. You're very kind. Evening, Craig. Love to see the support for the kids. Let's hope for another famous win. P.S. Your 4-4-2 impression was totally class. I think they did really well with it. The caricature, if you want. The accent, look, it's a difficult accent to get if you're not from Ireland, I get it. But yeah, it was brilliant, honestly. They got the man boobs and all in, which, it's an important part of who I am. So, yeah, I was chuffed, mate. Honestly, blown away by it. It's been an ambition for a long time. Hope to see United Liverpool quarterfinals at Flawless Football. Yep, big game for both of us tonight, mate. You up against Forest, of course, us up against Southampton. Oh, hello. I can officially report that it is Chelsea FC losers of the League Cup final 0. Leeds United of the Championship 1. Now the good news is, don't forget, the good news is Todd Bowley has only got a £2,000 ticket for this game tonight for some of those Chelsea fans. You know the £5,000 ticket for the United game? Well, this one was £2,000 for some of the tickets. £2,000 to see your team trailing 1-0 at home to Leeds United. I would say take my money, but absolutely not, Todd. Absolutely not. Barry, how are we? Barry, Machara, Kunasatatu. Appreciate you again, Barry. Gifted 20 Anfield Agenda memberships. Barry, you are a gent, sir. Thank you. And by the way, Barry, your generosity, which is immense, did not go unnoticed by Brian. Brian said to me, Craig, is Barry trying to replace me? And I said, don't be silly. There's enough love for everybody in the Anfield Agenda community. But there you go, my man. Thank you, Barry, for those 20 gifted. They will be very much appreciated by the Anfield Agenda family. I can't stop watching that clip of the Scouser winding up Enzo Fernandez going up the steps. The laugh, it kills me. Just when I'm watching the video every time, I watch it, and then the laugh at the end. Oh my God, like that laugh does it. Super Chat from Jensk said, did you panic when you saw the FA Cup draw? I haven't seen the draw yet in its entirety, in all honesty, Jensk. I just got told by Connor in the chat we drew you guys or Forest away. So, a little bit of more information on Amara Nalo. Born on the 18th of November 2006. He's English. He's a centre-half who signed for Liverpool from West Ham in September 2023. He's a strong, left-sided defender who's comfortable bringing the ball out from the back. And he started academy life with the under-18s. So there you go, a little bit more information on Nalo. I'm still trying to get that full FA Cup draw. 1 sec, I'm going to just jump on my phone and see if I can grab it. Where's the FA Cup draw? Here we go. Right, so the draw is Wolves or Brighton versus Coventry, Nottingham Forest or Manchester United versus Liverpool or Southampton, Chelsea or Leeds United versus Leicester, and Manchester City versus Newcastle in an Oil Classico. What do I think the score will be? Oh God, Barry, I don't know, mate. This is a difficult one, isn't it? I predicted 2-1, so I'm going to stick with that one. How far away is Soboslai? I think it's probably about 40 minutes on a plane to Liverpool, so 40 minutes. Sorry, I'm a dope. I'm an asshole. He should be ready for the weekend. You know, it was touch and go for today. I would imagine he'll be in the squad for the game against Nottingham Forest. He wanted to be in the squad for the League Cup final, but he had a bit of a tiff with the doctors, and they decided that he wasn't playing, so I think he should be back hopefully for Saturday. Now, can we get to 1,000 likes before we get underway in the game? We've 17 minutes to go, and we have 383 more likes to achieve. So if you haven't dropped a like, folks, please do. Being offered a college place today. Come on, the boys. We love that, Finley. We love that, mate. Now, you're not worming out of my free ticket when you start selling out stadium shows, Finley. Remember that. And I'm believing in you, bro. When you start selling out arenas and stadium shows, not only do I want free tickets, Finley, but I want backstage passes, I want access to the green room and all the free snacks and Diet Coke that come along with that. But delighted for you, mate, that you got offered a college place. Enjoy. Yesterday was my birthday and I love you. Thank you, Oweng. And firstly, happy birthday. I won't ask what age you were. That's your own business. But happy birthday. I hope you had a wonderful day. And that love, sending it right back to you, bro. Thank you. Just watched 442's video. Amazing. Yeah, I know. I've watched it twice. I'm buzzing. I can't lie, I'm buzzing. Don't know what else to say. What are your views on Gravenberch's performances this season? Up and down, Foxy. Up and down. But I've got to be open about something as well. There've been a couple of games where the eye test hasn't matched up to the stats. And what I mean by that is my perception of his performance when I thought he was poor wasn't matched up to the stats that showed that he had more of an impact on the game. That being said, I do think there's more gears for him to go through. I do think he's still only 21 and there's plenty of time on his side. And And overall, I'm happy with the signing. I was unsure of it at first. I was very honest about that. But I think you can see what he's capable of. And there's still work to do. But any player at 21 would still have work to do. So, yeah, certainly I'm okay with him. I think he's progressing as well as we can hope for season one after not playing a lot of football. Mascots here walking out with the League Cup. What a moment. We love that. Imagine getting the whole of the League Cup like that. Nice. Don't drop it now. Oh, boo. Boo. Chelsea have scored. It's 1-1. Boo. Jackson with the goal. Thank you, Mark. Craig, would being knocked out of the FA Cup be a blessing in disguise? No. No. I wouldn't say it'd be a blessing in disguise, no. You want to try and win everything this year for Klopp's last year. And the idea of United in the quarter-final, it's intriguing. So, I'd say now that we've got the draw made and we know who the potential opponents are, go for it. Looking forward to you singing, Craig. Love from Liverpool fan living in New York. Thank you, Matrix. Appreciate you, bro. You coming down to the Boston show? I know New York's still a good trip away, mate, but we'd love to see if you're in that neck of the woods. And I'm sure I'll do a little bit of singing at some point today, but I'm still recovering from that virus that I had, man. And the old chest, myself and my wife, we're still kind of wheezy and stuff. So that's why you see me coughing so much during streams lately. Liz, you turned 56 on the 6th, and you're lucky. There we go. 56. That makes me feel a little bit younger, Liz, thankfully. Usually when I'm doing these things, I feel like the old person in the room, but 56 makes me feel like a spring chicken. Do I have a college degree? No, Giovanni. Without giving you the sob story, I didn't get a chance to go to college because I had to look after my father, who was battling with alcoholism and unfortunately passed away via cirrhosis and stuff. So I never got a chance to go. I was supposed to study psychology and French, but I had to pass up the opportunity because I needed to look after my dad. And then when my dad died, my mum booted me out of the house because they were separated and she came back. Then I had to move out very quickly and find my own accommodation in Dublin. Had to put it on my credit card because I, at that point, was just looking after my dad. Moved out, put it on the credit card, lived there, started a trail of debt that caused me some issues for years. I don't want to go into it in any more detail if you don't mind, because it's still a very sad and sensitive part of my life. But no, never got a chance, unfortunately. But you're never too old. You never say never, you know, maybe in the future. Keep reminding, there's a Drake phrase that always comes into my mind when I think about college. Smoking weed on the star projectors, we'll never know where Harvard gets us, but seeing my family have it all took the place of that desire for diplomas on the wall. That always hit home to me, because I would have loved to have gone and got a degree, but when you move out, you got to start making money to pay for the rent, and when you're making money, you know, you don't really have a chance to go to college, especially not with Dublin rental prices. People saying it'd be us versus United, they won't win now, said Whitehammer. Be hilarious if they lost, wouldn't it? Liverpool player of the season, said Isaac. Liverpool player of the season, Alisson. I'd say Alisson. Alisson, Van Dijk, Salah. Probably those three. Can you give us your favourite memory of you being a goalkeeper? I don't know why I'm going to say this is my favourite memory, because I don't actually show up too well in this conversation. But I used to play for a club called Valeview, and then I went and played for a club called Bushy Park Rangers, who were in a league ahead. Then I came back to Valeview because I never settled at the other club. I never felt comfortable there. So we drew them in the cup, and we played them in Shankill, which is where I was from, and we got a penalty in the game, and I was our penalty taker, and I missed it. Tried to go down the middle, keeper Stewart, he dived to the right, leg came up, clipped it, went over the bar, missed it. So then they got a penalty later on in the game. And I remember a couple of the lads turning around to me and saying, "He'll show you now how to take a penalty, Craig." And I saved it. So I had the last laugh in that exchange. But we lost the game 1-0. They scored a worldie in extra time, and they advanced to the next round. But that's one of my standout memories of the day, because I haven't got to play against former clubs really before, and that was one of the only times. Craig, you're so much more than a Liverpool channel. You're a member of the family. Appreciate that. Where's my Christmas presents? Aaron, wow. Amazing super chat, mate. Thank you so much. A £50 super chat. These are incredible, mate. Thank you. Any news on Alonso, Craig? I saw a post on One Football that Liverpool aren't giving up on Michael Edwards, who would you want to sign in the summer based on the current squad needs? Well, again, thank you, Aaron, for the super chat. Incredibly generous of you. So, there's been a lot of talk today about the sporting director and Alonso. So, I'm going to try and give you a quick update. Regarding Xabi Alonso, again, you're getting Florian Plettenberg trying to push the German side of it. Liverpool certainly have him as the top of their list of priorities. There's been a report to say that Liverpool have respectfully made contact through the right channels to Alonso's agent and to inform Leverkusen of their interest, but haven't been pushy about it. From the side of Michael Edwards in the sporting director role, it looks like it would have to be more than a sporting director role that would tempt them back. So there's talk of a football CEO role maybe being created to try and entice him back. That role would have, obviously, wider scope, wider ranging powers throughout the entire football side of the club. There was also a thing today to say that if Liverpool can get Edwards in that more senior role, that there could even be a possibility of them trying to get Julian Ward back. Now, I have to say, Fabrizio Romano and others who've given this information have said that as of yet there hasn't been any indication from Edwards' side that he's leaning towards this or whatever, but you got to again ask the question, if the information is coming out that he'd want more power at the club, then he's not exactly putting out the vibes of 100% no. So FSG want that. With regards to the manager, 3 candidates. Alonso's the preference, Amorim is second, and Nagelsmann has been mentioned, as well as being mentioned with Newcastle today. But there was a piece that said Liverpool had concerns about Nagelsmann having played against them twice, having been beaten the Hoffenheim team and not seeing any change in tactics or willingness to try and change the game. That's kind of where we're at with regards to it, Aaron. I think first job is to get the sporting director or the football CEO in and then build downwards from there. Lord Divock knocking out United. Oh, God, I'd love that. Barry, Craig, pernickety geezers mugging off Liverpool. Do you see what I did there, mate? Pernickety. I like that word, pernickety. Mugging off Liverpool. I think it's gone over my head. I think, Barry. Sorry, mate. I think that's gone over my head. I think I'm missing something really obvious here. Now, 6 minutes to go. I was going to say players are in the tunnel, but I swear to God I've looked up. And when I say 6 and 7 year olds, I'm not joking. In the tunnel, I was like, that's not the team, surely. But yeah, team's in the tunnel. And we are 92 likes away from 1,000, which was our target before the stream got underway. So if you haven't hit the like button, please do. How long was I a goalkeeper for? So my first game ever in goal was the under-8s Wicklow Cup final. I was outfield player the whole season, but ended up in goal for the final. So from under-8s through to under-17s. So also, I've said this before, sometimes when the team, an age group above us, were playing at home on the same time, or the same weekend, sometimes I'd play in goal for my team and play in the left wing for the team a year above if they were short. Oh, PGMOL. Ah. Gotcha now. Well, I don't. Somebody else spotted it for me. Pernickety geezers mugging off Liverpool. I like it. PGMOL. Now, you said pernickety. I can think of a different word beginning with P that would come to my mind, mate. But you've gone for the PG version. I like it. Well in, Barry. Zimula. Thank you, bud, for your super sticker. Number 1. Appreciate you. Virgil van Dijk standing there now with the mascots. Gotta say, very surprised that Virgil is playing this one, but there you go. We've hit 1,000 likes. We love that. Now, next job for tonight. Can we get 245,000 subscribers? We are only 372 away. So if you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. The game will be kicking off in 3 minutes time. And of course, we'll take you all the way through it. Match reaction, player ratings, everything you would expect. Again, just a reminder, this game has to be finished today. So it could go to extra time, could go to penalties. Let's wait and see. Do I watch basketball? I don't, mate. No, I don't. I'm very happy that Sky Sports have put on an official or a dedicated tennis channel. I found myself watching that quite late at night, watching some of the American tournaments and stuff, some of the 250 tournaments, the 500 tournaments and stuff. Been interested watching. Do you think Verge comes off at halftime regardless of the result? I don't know, Zakir, because I'm really surprised he's playing. You know, having played 120 minutes on Sunday at his age, I'm genuinely a little bit surprised he's playing. Benjamin said, my experience in business, if we're constantly back to the table, Edwards must be interested. I expect him to be signed. I'd be buzzing, mate. Absolutely buzzing if Edwards came back to the club. What's this one? The Carabao Cup was paraded around Anfield by tonight's ball boys. Love that by the club, letting the ball boys have a little moment in the sun. We all know how important ball boys have been to Liverpool. Corner taken quickly, anyone? Hey Craig, can you look up this Jernica? It looks kind of like you. Is that the girl? Is this Jernica the girl? Because I know there's a girl with kind of blonde hair who looks absolutely like my doppelganger. I don't know if that's the same person or not, but there was a girl who was a meme for a long time, and yeah, we look very similar, I've got to admit. Why did Edwards leave? Whilst I don't know the official answer to that question, some feel that there was, I don't know if power struggle is the right word, but the growing influence that Klopp had over all football matters could have been a part of it. But I don't know the absolute answer to the question. The channel the match is on is ITV Milky in the UK. Premier Sport. So is this the person you're on about? Let me get this image. Here we go. Hang on. I can see it. You know what I mean? I can see it. I mean, she carved out. Honestly, I can't say anything else other than look incredibly like me. Is that me? No, I have no idea who that lady is. I just seen the picture before and thought, for her, she looks exactly like me. In all honesty, in that picture. You need to swig a can of Coke and recreate that meme. Happy to. So look, anyway, we're about to get underway. Sit back, relax, and let me try and take you through the game. Oh, that's this Jenica. Bit of a stretch, yeah. I mean, he's in better nick than me, let's be honest. But yeah, I can see kind of what you mean in that he's bald and has some tattoos. But the other one I think is a far better similarity. So, right, let me just get rid of a few things actually, sorry. on the back end that you guys don't need to worry about. Just stop me getting confused. First, second. Do we have Newlon? Do I have Newlon? Yes, I have Newlon's ready to go, by the way. And the good news, we could be working on a recreation of Newlon. You may see a new version coming up. Right, we're about to get underway. Liverpool will be attacking the Annie Road end in the first half, like we like to do. Southampton about to kick off and get us underway. Rothwell to do it. And we are off, ladies and gentlemen. We are off. And did I say Newcastle there, by the way? I meant Southampton if I did. They did not do the decent thing and launch the ball long, Southampton. They tried to play straight away from kickoff. So let's see how the youngsters get on. I will sync up for you guys at 1 minute as well. I can see the commentators on ITV are Sam Matterface and Ali McCoy, who I think, Southampton through and 1-0. And the flag's gone up. Ooh. Southampton went through, straight through the middle again. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, he's off. He's a good 2 yards offside there. So that's right decision. Sandra, it's not 1-0. He was off. Again, but I'm not calling that a fake score, by the way, because I can understand why you put that in. But let's just wait. Yeah, no, I get it, mate. I get it. You were just trying to be quick. No problem. But yes, it has been ruled out. So 1 minute. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 minute 10. Right, Shoemakers. Back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes out left-hand side. Clark back to Verge. Verge pings the ball out looking for Elliott. It looks like Elliott, by the way, is in that right wing position. So we were trying to figure this out. It looks... No. Now Bradley's gone back ahead of Elliott. So I don't know if they're working in tandem, switching in between midfield and right wing. But it certainly looks as if Elliott's holding a wider position and now Bradley's back into midfield. So I wonder, are they going to pivot? That's what I'm seeing so far on the right-hand side. Clark pressing. Ball goes all the way back to the Southampton keeper. He plays it out. Liverpool press comes on again. It's Elliott this time. Ball cleared long upfield. Again, they're trying that ball in. Oh, that's a free kick. Should be probably a yellow as well because it was a snidey little clip there as well. And it's a foul on Conor Bradley. And again, that Liverpool defensive line, absolutely spot on. For those asking about Robbo and Endo, no injuries we're aware of. Obviously, just resting up ahead of Saturday because I'm surprised Verge is on the pitch tonight, in all honesty. For those saying delay of time, yeah, there's a delay built into YouTube, and then, of course, there's the Sky glass delay. So we're aware of it. That's why we do the syncing to make sure that you guys... Oh, Robbo's Moby, is he? Sorry, I didn't realise Robbo was Moby. So yeah, Robbo's Moby and Endo's just he's just a precaution with the knock. Gakpo slips it into Costas. His cross is blocked. Again, trying to figure out where Gomez's position is here. He almost looks like he's playing in a defensive midfield role. Good bit of work down this left side. He was offside there, Costas. So it will be a free out, not a corner. Free out, he was offside. What's Moby? Moby Dick. Sick. Sorry. Again, that's just my stupidity, not explaining. Moby's Moby Dick. Sick. Good start though from the kids, honestly, bright start. Southampton now on the attack, right hand side. Ball cut in field, headed away by Joe Gomez, but not very well. Again, good work from Bobby Clark getting back. Southampton forced backwards. The bench is on the bottom scrolling text, average guy, if you want to have a look at it. I can't really go through it at the moment, mate, trying to go through what's happening on the pitch, but it scrolls across the bottom under the live watch-along graphic. Elliott now, he's shouldered off the ball. Pawson says play on. Southampton in possession. Edge of our penalty area. There's space to their left. They get the ball out there. Strike off the post and wide. Woo. Close. It all came from Elliott taking too long on the ball and, in my opinion, being pushed over. But Pawson allows play to go on. Southampton play the ball into the left channel. And then there's a touch and a strike and it clips the outside of the post and goes behind for a Liverpool goal kick. 5 minutes on the clock. Well, 5 minutes 12. Costas. To Clark. Back to Verge. Ooh, again, Liverpool taking chances. And Kelleher's forced into a big save. Mara this time. Ball was given away on the edge of our own penalty area. And you're thinking this is going to be 1-0 to Southampton, let's be honest. McConnell dispossessed, and then Kelleher with a brilliant save down to his right-hand side. I think Mara lost some of the balance on the standing foot there, but Kelleher still did very well to make the save, and that's a couple of warnings now for us. Again, ball dinked in, out comes Kelleher. Strong fists, clears the ball. 6 minutes on the clock. If you guys haven't subscribed, by the way, please do. 348 away from 225,000. Or 245,000, sorry. Bradley's gone down now with... I think he was just hitting the stomach. Let's have a look. Oh, they're showing us the replay, the one that hit the post. Yeah, Bradley's down, but it looks like just... he got winded or something. 2-1 Chelsea, apparently Mark's saying now in that match. 2-1. Why is everyone slipping? No idea. Obviously not the right type of footwear, or else the pitch is cutting up a little bit. You're driving and listening. Can you name the squad and bench? Yeah, team is Kelleher. Then it's Gomez, Kwanzaa, Van Dijk, Chimikas, McConnell, Elliott, Clark. Who's up top? Gakpo, Kumas, and Bradley. Although Bradley and Elliott seem to be adjusting their positions. The bench for Liverpool is Nioni, Dans, Nallo, Gordon, Scanlon, McAllister, Diaz, Canade, and Adrian. Safe driving. Weather is a joke in Ennis. It's I don't know, it's not too bad here. Bit of rain, alright, but not too bad at the minute. Southampton have started this game obviously far more brightly, as you would expect with such an inexperienced Liverpool team. We seem to be dwelling a little bit too much in possession for my liking here, and Southampton are snapping in. McConnell does well there, comes across, puts it out. Kumas comes across, puts it out. It'll be a Liverpool throw in, or Southampton throw in. Craig, get it right. Some good saves from Kelleher, by the way, keeping us at 0-0 so far. Was it 3-0 Celtic in that game? Interesting. Thank you for the updates. I've seen 1-0 in the chat, 2-0 in the chat, and 3-0 in the chat in the space of about a minute. Right, Bradley in possession on the far side for Liverpool. Ball back into Joe Gomez. Or Kwanzaa, excuse me. Gomez definitely playing defensive midfield here, lads. Definitely. So Gomez has 100% taken up the position in defensive midfield. Tudzi, thank you, mate. Appreciate your comment. Here's Gomez on the ball now. Back to Verge. Have I seen the draw? Yes, sir. I have. Ginger King. We're away to the winner if we get through this of Manchester United Nottingham Forest. Costas. Verge back to Costas. He goes long upfield. Looking for Kumas. Southampton centre-back gets back to his keeper. Kumas tries to close down. Costas is at left back, Adam Costas, mate. Again, Southampton happy to play it out from the back. And I'm not really seeing much of Gakpo so far in this one. So it's 2-0 Celtic, apparently. There you go. A bit lethargic looking, but expected. I get that, mate. You're right. You know, it's going to take them a while to figure this out. So I guess the key here is to make sure that in the meantime we don't concede anything silly. And we're very lucky not to be 1-0 down, let's be honest. A mistake on the edge of our own penalty area forced a great save from Kelleher. And now Southampton are on the attack again. Another one. Strike. And again out comes Kelleher to make himself big. Just note to self, another 3 million on the price tag. And it'll be another Southampton corner. Big Queeve stepping up and doing the job. Southampton were offside there. They were offside, but Kelleher didn't know that. Stepped up and made the big save with the left arm anyway. So Liverpool did indeed get the free kick from that. Van Dijk in possession. Back to Kelleher. Kelleher out right hand side now to Jarell Quansah. Gomez, man on Joe. Jesus, Joe, wakey, wakey. Quansah. Virgil now in possession. 11 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Still Liverpool 0, Southampton 0. Harry said going out wouldn't be the worst thing. I mean, it wouldn't be, but I also like the idea of going to Old Trafford and knocking United out if they get through, so. Go on, step up. Again, Southampton move the ball out right-hand side. Bit of space now. Come on, boys. Is Endo on the bench? No, he isn't. Again, just happy to go through, but it is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Bench is Adrian, Canade, Lucho, McAllister, Scanlon, Gordon, Nallo, Neone and Dans. That is the bench. Is everybody else not surprised that Dans wasn't starting? I was sure that Dans would have started this. 336 subscribers to go. So if you haven't subscribed, guys, every single one of you really does help us in our quest to get to 250,000, and we are closing in on 245k. So every one that you guys can help us with is greatly appreciated. Ball back now with the Southampton keeper again. Press comes on from Gakpo. Southampton again insist on keep trying to play this out. They play a bit of a loose ball into midfield, but get rather fortunate. Costas dived in there. That's a mistake. 13 minutes on the clock. Southampton on the attack again. Kelleher claims that cross. That's what makes me nervous about Costas. He has a tendency to try and intercept the balls like that. It's great if it comes off because you're attacking. But if it doesn't come off, it can certainly leave space in behind. And we've seen that space exploited there by Southampton. How long have you supported Liverpool? Said Sahil. 34 years, mate. 34 years. Since I was 8 years of age. Elliot. Back to Quansah. Kelleher linked with Celtic. I mean, look, the Irish connection, you could see that appeal, but I think he's a bit above that level, to be honest. Might be a bad move for him, though. Might be a move that he can. I think though he can get a bigger move than that. If I'm being honest, no disrespect to Celtic, but I think he's above that. And I don't think they'd be able to afford what we'd ask for either. Nice ball out right side from Clark to Bradley. Bradley fires a low cross, but it's cleared by Southampton. Kwanzaa again in possession. Nothing on for him, so he goes back to Verge. Who's my favourite Liverpool player? Alisson, Darwin, those two at the moment in the squad. Elliott probably third. Of a big soft spot for Harvey. Gomez, go on, Joe. Oh. He was urged to shoot. He did shoot, but it was high and wide for Mr. Joseph Gomez. We all want him to get that goal, though. Go on, Joe. Go on, Joe. Have we gone with three at the back? No, not that I can see, John. I would read it as Gomez playing the defensive midfield role. Do you agree Kelleher is miles above Karius was? 100% Dazza, yeah. Totally agree with you on that one. Ooh. I mean, we had this conversation the other day, and I'd love your... maybe Ben can get a poll up on this in the background, Ben, if you're listening. Can we get a poll of what Kelleher's value is? Started at 15 and go up in 5 million increments. If possible, please, Ben. I'd love to see what people think Kelleher's value is in the market now. Foul there from Bradley. Was trying to be a little bit too quick. Closing down Manning, and it's a free kick. Jamie, no problem, mate. You don't have to say goodbye when you're leaving, buddy. Appreciate it, but you've put it in a couple of times now, mate. You enjoy. And I wish you a lovely evening. 16 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. There we go. Thank you, Ben or Connor, whoever put that up. So there we go. What's Kelleher's value? 15 million, 20 million, 25 million, or 30 million to 250 million. Quite a big range there. So I'll have a vote. We'll leave that up for a while. Ball goes out left side. Bradley battling out there with the Southampton attacker. Southampton still in possession. 17 minutes on the clock. Liverpool appeal for an offside decision, which hasn't been given. Liverpool have plenty of men back here, but Southampton still in possession, wide left. Cross goes in, blocked by the Liverpool defender. It'll be a Southampton corner on the far side. Craig Pawson is the referee, I believe, for those asking. I think it's Craig Pawson anyway. Is there VAR? I believe so, yes. But happy to be corrected on that. Cross in from Southampton. Header. Blocked. Good block there. I think that was Bobby Clark. Southampton again into the penalty area. Cuts across. Shot. Drags it wide. Goal kick Liverpool. I don't like that he was given that much space once he got past one player. What would you try if you knew you wouldn't fail? Ooh. Comedy. 100%. I've always wanted to be a stand-up comic, but I'm not very good at joke telling. So yeah, stand-up comedy. Great question though. Probably one of my favourite ones that I've ever been asked. Thank you very much, Arash, and thank you again for 3 months with us as a member, mate. But yeah, I'm a huge stand-up comedy fan. It's I think I've told you guys this before, but if myself and my wife go out for a night, it's usually to a stand-up comedy show. Have I ever been skydiving out of a plane? No, but it's definitely on the list of... I need to lose more weight before I start skydiving out of planes, but I definitely do it, yeah. Elliot. Favourite comedian? I've got a few. If I had to pick one, probably Kevin Bridges. Kevin Bridges, Jim Jeffries, Louis C.K. Mickey Flanagan was brilliant as well. Well, yeah, I think it's probably Kevin Bridges. Richard Pryor was brilliant. My dad got me watching Richard Pryor when I was younger. Loved him in a lot of the movies as well, by the way. Chris Hart. Yeah, I haven't seen Chris Hart live now, so can't give you a review of it, but I've seen Kevin Rock live. Or Chris Rock, sorry. I'm getting confused, but I've seen Chris Rock live. Some people saying in the chat, is there a penalty? No penalty. If there is, I'll let you know, don't worry. Yeah, so there you go. George Carlin, never watched. I know of George Carlin, obviously Malcolm, but I've never really watched any of his sets. Dave Chappelle, love Chappelle. Seen myself and Connor and Connor's missus and my wife went to see Dave Chappelle in October, I think it was. Go on! Oh, Gakpo, he should have got that away sooner. He tried to get it onto his stronger foot. He should have just passed that into the corner with his left foot. Lovely ball played into Gakpo here. Again, he turns, hit it there. I don't know why he didn't just pass it with his left foot. Premier League starting goalkeepers are 40 to 60 million. Kelleher would be 25, said Harissa Sports. I think I agree with your valuation. I think 25 is about the right number at this point, with a buyback clause in there. So, 21 minutes on the clock. Still Liverpool 0, Southampton 0. Well in, Costas. Good tackle. Saw Kevin Rock once, who was supposed to be supported by Mickey Gervais. Yeah. So I was at the same show. No, honestly, Chris Rock I felt was a bit of a letdown. I think he's just not as maybe angry as he was when he was younger. When he broke through. Yeah, sometimes it is about timings with comedians, but Louis C.K. was awesome. But Kevin Bridges, he's the one. Never not enjoyed a Kevin Bridges show. Oh, again unlucky. Ball breaks. Bobby Clark back to Joe Gomez. If it's a draw, it goes all the way tonight. It has to be finished. So extra time, penalties. Good challenge there on Gomez. Liverpool kids still getting stuck in though. Go on, boys. Close down. Press. Don't give him an out ball. Where's Gomez playing? From my reading of the game, holding midfielder. Costas. To Kwanzaa. What was your favourite time as a Liverpool fan? The Klopp era, without a shadow of a doubt. Obviously, I enjoyed Istanbul with Rafa. The treble with Houllier. But even enjoyed some of the Roy Evans time. But it's got to be this period of time. Opinions on the ref. I think it's been okay so far. The only thing I've disagreed with was the one where I felt Elliott was pushed and leaned into in the middle of the park. But other than that, I think he's been okay. Costas, sloppy. Back to Gomez. Van Dijk. Now it's Bradley who's taken up that wide position and Elliott's more infield. Interesting to see the movement here, by the way. And the understanding between Elliott and Bradley is very interesting to see. Bradley in possession now. Out to Elliott, right hand side of the penalty area. Elliott tries to slip the ball in. To Scanlon or Clark. I can't really see which. I think it was Clark. It's been blocked. Elliott's in possession still. Goes back to Conor Bradley. Verge. Everybody now inside the Southampton half except Kelleher. Still Verge. Not much on there, so goes to Costas. Costas back inside. Again, Liverpool tried to go up the line. It was a loose pass this time. Referee gives a free out. Unlucky there. Unlucky. I think it was Kumas or Scanlon. Nope, that's Scanlon. McConnell. I think he slipped, basically, there, and the ref gave a free out. How was it a foul? He slipped off the ball a bit and took down one of the Southampton players. What team other than Liverpool do I enjoy watching? Barcelona, obviously. Enjoy watching Arsenal, I've got to be honest with you. I like the brand of football they play. Enjoy watching good challenge. Spurs as well. Any team that plays attacking open football. I find Manchester City very boring to watch. I'm not just saying that. They're just very robotic. It's effective, don't get me wrong, but I don't find it enjoyable. Messi or Ronaldo? It's Messi every day of the week. It's not even close in my mind either, by the way. Did I see I was on 4-4-2? Yes, I did. Amazing, honestly. Made my whole week. Right, Elliott, right hand side for Liverpool. Ball back in. McConnell. Back to Kwanzaa. Fowler or Owen? Fowler. Fowler's my favourite ever Liverpool player, so Fowler. Both absolutely exquisite. You know, both unbelievable attackers and goal scorers, but I'm definitely on the Robbie Fowler side of that. Trevor Noah, I've never found funny, in all honesty. Never really got Trevor Noah. Doesn't appeal to me. Kumas, back to Gomez. Gomez, ball back inside. Kwanzaa out again, right hand side. To Connor Bradley. Bradley puts across deep to the far post, headed away by Southampton. Not very well though. And again, it's cleared by Southampton. This time they've just gone long. Van Dijk, back to Gomez. Gomez out right hand side again to Connor Bradley. And that breaks down for a goal kick. That's a piece of love. Thank you for the super chat, mate. You didn't put a comment in, but thank you very much for sharing the love. Appreciate it. Torres or Sturridge? Torres, but I actually really like both of them. Obviously, the way Torres left wasn't great for us, but I'll always look back fondly on both of those in their Liverpool careers. They gave us some incredible moments. The thing that really always kind of hurts is we were supposed to have Suarez and Torres together, and I often wonder what that might have looked like. What's this? Some more stuff on Szoboszlai. Let me just read this. I don't know where to go on that. So I don't want to read that one out, Mark, but thanks for sharing it. Greece is in the house. How are we? Appreciate you. Thank you, Lesonis. I actually worked in Greece, in Chersonesus, in Kelly's Irish Bar. Ball slipped down the line. Again, looking for Clark. Southampton have played around the press, though, winning the ball back and carrying it out of defence. Into midfield. Gomez is there, but Southampton are forced backwards. Burgers or hot dogs? I don't eat hot dogs, so burgers. Malawi, how are we? Welcome in, my friend. I mean, we've settled into this game anyway. I mean, first few minutes I was genuinely concerned because Southampton seemed to be just walking through. But we've managed to get a bit more territory. But as I say that now, Southampton are countering down the left-hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Liverpool have 4 players back. Ball pulled across. Good defended by Kwanzaa. Put behind Southampton corner. Pizza or pasta? Pizza. Pizza's my favourite food. John Bishop, 4-star or Domino's? Do you know, I went to see John Bishop, and I don't know if he had an off night, but I did really enjoy the show on the evening. Yeah, obviously went with high expectations, but yeah, honestly didn't enjoy it at the time. Now look, everybody has mixed shows. Maybe he just wasn't having a good day. I don't eat seafood. If I see food and eat it, but I don't eat seafood. Edge of the box. Southampton in possession. Liverpool still looking the press. Half an hour up. Indian or Chinese? Chinese. Oh, good ball. Go on. Into the left channel. Elliott. Go on, Harvey. To Clark. Oh, he slipped. Unlucky. Elliott got the ball left side. Slipped it into Bobby Clark, who slipped as he was shooting. A lot of those players look like they're struggling to get purchase on the ground in their boots. And again, his footing went from under him there and forced the shot wide. Milan or Inter? AC Milan. Messi or Ronaldo? Messi. Every day of the week. Right, what are we at with the subs? 303 to go. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We're trying to chase down 245,000 tonight. We need about 300 of you guys to hit the subscribe button. If you haven't done so, it would make a big difference. Roma or Juventus? Roma. Do I like Champ? I don't. My wife loves it, Dino, but not for me, no. Indica or Sativa? Depends on what you want to do. Like, do you want to be creative and have a bit of a more energetic buzz, or do you want to chill out and listen to some music? So it depends on what I'm needing for my evening, in the answer to your question of Indica or Sativa. I'm an equal opportunist. Go on. Unlucky again, Scanlon. Go on, keep battling. Don't give that free out, ref. Don't you dare. Have I ever... Big or small Scotch eggs? Don't eat eggs, Alfie. Don't eat eggs, mate. Gerrard or De Bruyne? Well, for me, obviously, I'm going to say Gerrard. But, you know, they're both unbelievable. But Gerrard for me. Any bets on? No, not this evening, Ewan. I couldn't get an odds on Dan's to score, so I didn't put that on. On the Boyle app, they didn't have Dan's listed. Cake or pie? Pie. I love pastry. I absolutely love pastry. I mean, you can probably tell that by looking at me, but I love pastry. I'll owe you a crisp high five if I eat broccoli. I've already promised if we win the league, I'll eat a piece of that disgusting, arrogant, green, wannabe tree. Tacos or fajitas? I've never had either. Oh, unlucky throw into Southampton on the far side. Pork pie or sausage roll? Sausage roll. Absolutely. Greg sausage roll for the win. Weed or alcohol? Well, I don't really drink, so weed. I think... I can't even tell you the last time I had a drink. It must have been last year on one of our holidays. I probably had a bottle of beer or two, but... Actually, I think it was October 2022, maybe. Easter or Christmas? Easter. Unfortunately for me, Jimmy, Christmas is not a good time for my family and family situations with people passing and stuff like that. So, Easter. Mane or Salah? Salah. Elliott. Back to Kwanzaa. Asda or Tesco? We don't have Asda in Ireland, Alfie, so... And Tesco, I don't like Tesco. Especially the stupid club card price bullshit. It's like, give us all your data or you have to pay ridiculous prices for cornflakes. Cornflakes, 500 million quid or 199 with your club card. Fried chicken or roast chicken? Fried. Southern fried, where possible. Right, 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go in the first half. Weirdly, since the food tarka, the or questions have started, the chat has gone up. We've 3,500 people in right now, and we need 295 more subscribers. So if you want me to keep answering the questions, hit the subscribe button. Of course, half time we can have a more in-depth food discussion. You do know I love a bit of food chat. By the way, I'm going to launch a Craig Reviews channel in the summer. So we'll get the PO box sorted, but I'm going to review everything from travel to gadgets, to food, to football shirts, and lots of other bits and pieces. So we will be hopefully launching that in the summer. Vidar Christiansen, thank you for the super sticker, mate. You're very kind. Appreciate your support. I'm going to send you my dog. Cool, but I might not send it back to you. If I love him, I'm not going to send him back. Southampton out, inside the Liverpool penalty area. Verge, there he is. The brick wall that he is. Mr. Virgil van Dijk stepping up, clearing his lines. Southampton throw in on the near side. Cocaine or fentanyl? Neither, mate. I don't mess around with Class A's. Nor would I encourage anybody else to. What's my dream car? Used to be a Volvo XC90, but now, like, I'm pretty realistic in my dreams, by the way. I don't have dreams of Lambos or anything. Dream car. Liverpool playing out from the back here, by the way. Good bit of defensive work down by our own corner flag and playing it out. I'm trying to think of something that's realistic for a dream car, but it isn't scandalously expensive, you know. Van Dijk back inside. Scanlon. Not Scanlon. I keep calling McConnell Scanlon. That's my bad. Nah, I've no interest in Bugattis or any of that stuff. I'm not flashy, so that type of stuff doesn't appeal to me. Do you know what? I'm probably going to stick with my XC90. Nothing wrong with it. A Volvo XC90 would do. Or the BMW X6 I like as well. It's like a bigger version of my car. So the BMW X6 probably up there with a shout. Escort Cosworth is my wife's dream car. Oh, good save. Kelleher again. Southampton get in down our right hand side. Kelleher makes a good save down to his left hand side. Again, well done, Queeveen. So we have 7 minutes to go in the first half. Plus stoppage time. I don't know what Hillbilly's Chicken is, Brian. Elliot back inside the Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa to Gomez. Press comes on from Southampton. Gomez goes back to Verge, who squares it to Mr. Kelleher. Bradley back out to Elliot. Sorry, did I miss your super chat, Isaac? My apologies, buddy. Let me scroll back up. Sorry, Isaac, I see it there now. As a Saints fan, I'm happy with how Southampton are playing. Bit sloppy, but happy enough. However, league form has been poor. So a bit surprised. Appreciate that. Thank you, mate. And apologies for missing the super chat initially. You've been doing pretty well here, to be fair. I think you certainly started the brighter. Had a couple of chances to take the lead. You probably should be ahead, to be honest, other than a good few Kelleher saves. Right now, though, Liverpool have a corner right-hand side. Let's see if we can't work something from a set piece. The big man coming up from the back. What's my honest opinion of Gakpo? That he needs to up his game a bit. But he's also, needs a consistent position. Right, corner. Costas gives the signal. Ball in towards the 6-yard box. It's cleared away by Southampton. Bradley tries to get there again. But it rolls behind for a goal kick to Southampton. Daniel, you say I'm missing your chats, mate. I'm missing a lot of people's chats, buddy, because I can't read them all out. It's difficult balancing act to try and read some chats, see what's going on in the game, explain that, keep an eye on WhatsApp. So I'm not intentionally missing them, mate. Is Gomez playing as a DM? Yes. Elliot. Kwanzaa. Into Bradley. Ooh! That hit the bar, did it? Bradley's cross took a deflection. I think it went off the post of the crossbar. It'd be another Liverpool corner. Close to an own goal, that one. Right, boys, come on. 4 minutes plus stoppage time to go in the first half. In swinger from Costas. Cleared by Southampton. Back out to Elliot. Gets onto his left foot. Strike. Ooh, makes the keeper work. Elliot gets onto his left foot. Tries to pick out the far corner. Hits a strike. Southampton keeper gets across and palms. It was moving in the air, that one. My God, you could see the movement on it. Ooh, keeper. Yeah, you can see why he wasn't trying to catch that anyway. Ball goes out. It'll be another Liverpool corner. Again, it'll be Costas to take it with the outswinger this time. Again, Southampton first there and they clear the lines, but it's as far as Elliot, who goes out right-hand side. Bradley puts in a diag towards the far post. I don't know why, but one of the Liverpool players ducked and the ball goes out for a Southampton goal kick. Our midfield is so poor. Well, to be fair, KD, it is McConnell, Gomez and Clark, so fairly inexperienced playing together. I mean, let's look at the bench again to see the options. So we have, ignoring the keeper, Canade, Lucho, McAllister, Scanlon, Gordon, Nallo, Dans, and Leone. So there is attacking options there for Jurgen in the second half. Absolutely. The plan, if I'm guessing it, was to stay in this game and try to win it from 65-70 onwards. That would be my guess at what the plan is here to hope for. Stats on the screen, as you can see so far. 53% possession to Liverpool, 47% to Southampton. 4 shots for Liverpool, 1 on target. 6 for Southampton, 2 on target. XG of 0.62 for Southampton versus 0.14 for us, which isn't great. Ball in field. Kumas, edge of the box. Strike. Oh, hello, young man. Hello. Kumas. Look at that. Celebrates, wheels away. The Reds go 1-0 up. Lewis Kumas, his father Jason, I'm sure no doubt will be extremely proud, as we all are of the young man. And it is Kumas who makes it. Liverpool 1, Southampton 0. Klopp's kids keep delivering. And that was not an easy goal. That was no tap in. That was class from young Kumas. Gets the ball on the edge of the penalty area, left hand side. Cuts in onto his right foot and buries it. Keeper does not move. Keeper went full on Onana as the ball goes in. He receives it in an onside position. What a strike. Did it take a deflection? We'll see in a moment. Who cares? But Kumas with the goal. Let's have a look at it. Did it take a little deflection? It did, you know. Who cares? Don't care. Took a slight deflection, but you know what they say? If you don't buy a ticket, you can't win the raffle. And young Kumas bought his ticket and he's only going to win the raffle. So what a moment for Jurgen Klopp. What a moment for Kumas. Liverpool Football Club 1, Southampton 0. What a goal. Look at him. Go on, young man. So let me change the scoreboard to reflect what we see, which is Liverpool 1-0 up. And I know what you're thinking. I don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. I just can't control my feet. Neither can Gakpo, because he's just dragged that shot wide of the post where he probably should have done a little bit better. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, confirmation on your screen. Liverpool Football Club 1, Southampton 0. Kumas with the goal, a goal that I'm sure he will remember for a very long time, as he should. We are into additional time now at the end of the first half. Sunshine, moonlight, good times, boogie. Whoop whoop, absolutely, whoop whoop. Newlon must be cold with no clothes on. Karen, Newlon feels no pain. Newlon feels no pain. He's always ready for action, never cold. He stays at a constant temperature. How do I feel that I made a 442s video? Extremely proud, Ebad, mate. Extremely proud. 1 minute was added on at the end of the first half by the ref. Just the 1 minute. And the referee blows his whistle. It is half-time at Anfield. Liverpool Football Club lead by 1-0. Young Lewis Kumas with an absolutely wonderful strike. Yes, it took a bit of a deflection, but who cares? It's his moment and he deserves it. Well done. Just keeps going, doesn't it? These youngsters just keeps going and going. So yes, halftime chat. What says you good people? So we asked you in the chat, do you believe Kelleher could replace Alisson as number 1? 54% say no, 46% say yes. Understandable. You are talking about the best goalkeeper in the world. Did you see John O'Shea is the interim Ireland manager? Oh, well, steady hands, experienced man, John O'Shea. Who do you think is back this weekend? You would hope for all three, but there's mixed reports coming out about Szoboszlai. I can't confirm them, which is why I didn't bring them to you, but there was some reports that he's still a doubt for the weekend, but I honestly don't know at this point. I love this Liverpool team. Who's that? SR90007. I'm purposely keeping an eye out for your comments, by the way, Dave, if you're still with us, mate. So put in a comment or two and I'll make sure to read them out. Do you think we should sell Gakpo? No, not at all. Some players take longer than others to settle in. And again, remember, we're talking about a young player here. So, no, I understand people maybe feel like he needs to up his game a bit, but give him time. Is it half time? Yes, it is. You all right, Craig? You look angry? I'm absolutely amazing, Alex. Thank you. Not angry at all, buddy. Just still recovering from a virus that's exhausted me, to be honest. I feel like our fan base is against Gakpo. There's definitely always certain players that get scapegoated. Elliott was one. Lallana was one. Gakpo is another one. So yeah, sometimes it takes some people a bit longer. Kelleher was scapegoated for a bit as well. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news from Stamford Bridge. Chelsea Football Club 2, Leeds United 2. Desmond. There you go. I'm sure those Chelsea fans that might have had to part with £2,000 for that ticket, which is what Bowley had to barefaced cheek apparently to charge some of them. 2-2. Van Dijk should be rested. I have to say, Avi, I am incredibly surprised that Van Dijk is playing today. Oh, have United scored, Colin? Have United scored? Can we get confirmation on that one? Apart from the goal, Craig, what do you think the performance ain't good enough? Well, I mean, Mervyn, with all due respect, it's always going to be a difficult game to get the performance right when you've made so many changes. And it's not like we're changing to bring in players that would have been in and around her, but we're talking about some players here who have limited first-team experience, and yet we're still winning. So I get what you're saying, but I never expected vintage Liverpool tonight. So they haven't scored. Cool. Somebody in the chat had mentioned they scored, so they haven't scored. So it's still 0-0 in that one. Remember, Liverpool, if we get past Southampton, are away to the winner of Nottingham Forest, Manchester United. Chelsea are awful. VVD must be super fit at the minute if starting, said Benjamin. Yes, I agree. He must be in a lovely rhythm, is the way I like to think of it. Maybe rhythm is a dancer, somewhat. Maybe some of you guys aren't old enough to remember that song. Liz, you need to eat fruit vegetables to feel better. No, I refuse, Mammy Liz. I refuse. I'll drink smoothies or fruit juices, but no. And I'll tell you how I know that that's not true, Liz. Sabrina eats lots of vegetables and she's still struggling with it. So, yeah. Whatever it is. I have a course of antibiotics that I've been putting off taking, Liz, but I think I'm going to have to break them out because this is just lingering. Kelleher's so good right now, said Carl Gustafsson. Yes, Carl, I agree with you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the real chat around half-time, the food versus food, couple of things. Firstly, again, if you're in America, we will be in Boston in just over 3 weeks' time. Tickets are available on Ticketmaster. Again, we appeal to the Boston OLSC. If you'd like to come, or any of your members would like to come to the show, we have a group of tickets we would happily give to you guys for free. We'd love to connect with you. Obviously, we haven't had any joy trying to do that so far, but we'd love to do it. Also, top corner, you can see 244,735 subscribers. If you guys can, please do hit that subscribe button. We'd love to try and get that towards 245k before the game's over. When do you think Trent will be back? Somebody asked me this earlier, and I'm trying to remember if Linder said other side of the international break or not. But I don't expect it to be any time immediate. Like, I wouldn't expect them back for even the City game, the way it's looking. Rhythm is a dancer. Yes. Welsh Dragon. Yes. There we go. That's the song. Rhythm is a dancer. Yes, we need him to score now so we can sing that. I couldn't catch the first half. Who was good? Van Dijk, Kelleher, Kumas. Bradley was okay. Elliott was okay. I won't lie to you, it wasn't the most entertaining first half, but we hung in at the start when Southampton created chances. Kelleher made some good saves and Kumas scored himself a lovely goal just before the break. I put a tenner bet on Kumas to score. Yes, Sabo. Yes, mate. Well in. Love that. What were the odds, if you don't mind me asking, mate? I've no idea what odds they would have expected for Kumas there. Endo injury was unknown on the news. Is it an impact injury? I don't think you need to worry about Enzo, Benjamin. He will be okay for the weekend. Yeah, I think Endo will be okay for Nottingham Forest. 9-1s. Nice. Nothing wrong with 9s. Great show, lad. Keep up the hard work. Thank you, Pierce. Appreciate you, mate. And everybody that's part of the Anfield Agenda community. We really do appreciate all of your support. If you get a chance, do go over as well and check out that 4-4 Tunes video and let them know you're from our community in the chat. When are we playing City? March the 10th, Lee. March the 10th. So we have... I've got a flavoured water question Adam I'll get back to. So we've got this game tonight, then we have Nottingham Forest in the league on Saturday at 3 o'clock. Then we go over to Prague for the first leg next Thursday at 5:45. Then it's Manchester City next Sunday, and then we're back for the second leg against Sparta Prague at Anfield, 8 p.m. kickoff on the Thursday. And I think if we get through this round, we'll be away then for the FA Cup game against Forest or Manchester United. But it was supposed to be Everton. But that'll be the last game for the international break. Wes Roberts, get to your super chat. You can't go to Boston without eating a real hot roast beef sandwich. It would be like going to Philly without having a Philly cheesesteak. You had me at beef. Wes, don't you worry. If I see a hot roast beef sandwich in your honour, I will make that sacrifice and eat one. Just for you, mate. Not because I'm a fat shit, just for you. So somebody said, do you like flavoured water? Said Adam. I don't mind it. I prefer non-flavoured water, but I don't mind flavoured water. Yeah, sometimes it can be a bit sickly. But I tell you what I can't stand. Fizzy water. I don't get fizzy water drinkers. When will Darwizzi be back? Saturday. I hope Salah and Darwin should be in... I wouldn't even say the squad. I hope the starting lineup for Saturday. Where's Robbo? He's Moby. Sick. He's sick. Robbo's sick. Endo has a knock, which, again, nothing to worry about. Who else were we missing today from the squad? Salah, Darwin, and Soboslai. You know, they were touch and go. Regina's Pizza. I swear, Matthew, I've Googled pizza in Boston and that came up. So it must be good. I have a vague recollection of seeing that come up. Ballygown with blackcurrant is nice. So I know this is where I'm supposed to be defending Ballygown water because I'm Irish, but I think it is horrible. Horrible water, honestly. I would avoid Ballygown even if it was free. I can't stand it. There's something about the aftertaste of Ballygown that I just do not like. Just open a bottle of fizzy water as you say that. LFC sign Archie Gray. He's running the show. Look, every top club in England are looking at Archie Gray from Leeds United. He's a quality operator, well known about. And I think we've even been linked with his younger brother, who I think is an attacker, if I remember correctly. What's happening with Bajcetic out for the season? No, he should be back soon. He's training. Klopp said he even seen him on the pitch and said, why isn't he back? Because he looks sharp. So the bone looks good, but he's working back up to fitness. So I think, all going well, we should hopefully see Stefan Bajcetic other side of the international break. Diogo out for the season. 2 months, Patrick, is believed to be the time frame for Diogo. Barry gifting another 10 Anfield Agenda memberships. Barry, you're very kind, mate. Thank you. Barry's played an absolute blinder recently, mate. Thank you so much. But Barry, honestly, still to me, mate, I appreciate you saying that we helped you out when you were going through a difficult period, buddy, because it's happened to me as well. The channel has got me through some really difficult times in my own life. So appreciate you, Barry. Thank you, mate. And I remember you're from Oxford as well. What about Doak? Not sure of the time frame on Doak, to be honest with you. Appreciate your stream. Thank you, Gregory, man. Appreciate that. Look, what are we at now? 249 subscribers to go. Come on. 249 subscribers to go. 45 minutes minimum left to go in the game. Let's see if we can get there to 245k. Curtis is... I'm trying to remember Curtis Jones one. Let me see if I have it in my notes still, mate. 1 second. Let me just scroll through my notes real quick. Curtis. Sorry, go back quite a bit through my notes here. Still scrolling. Still scrolling. Right, this was him. Curtis has a high ankle strain. He'll be back in and around the international break. So yeah, Pep Linder said before the League Cup final, high ankle sprain in and around the international break. Am I concerned with the current injuries? Of course. Yeah, DCP, mate, of course. I'm remarkably impressed with how we've coped and how we've muddled through it. Latest scores, Chelsea 2, Leeds 2, Forest 0, United 0, Wolves 1, Brighton 0, and Liverpool 1, Southampton 0. They are the latest in the FA Cup. And DCP, thank you for being with us, mate, for 5 months. Oh, they're showing us the goals in the Chelsea game now. Let's have a look. So there's the first goal. Ball to the back post, header in. Leeds fans go wild. Joseph with the goal. Dingo, thank you, buddy, for the super chat. You didn't put a comment in, mate, but thank you so much. Ibu's coming on. Surely he's going to replace Van Dijk. Surely. Have you seen the 442s video? Yes, he's replacing Van Dijk. Somebody called that in the chat, by the way. Somebody did say, watch Van Dijk come off at half time. Very good show. Yes, we've seen the 442s video, Chris. So Ben and Connor knew it was happening. I didn't know until yesterday. So what a lovely surprise that was. And we are about to get underway with the second half. Liverpool, of course, attacking the Kop end. So substitution, just to confirm. Kanade on for Van Dijk. And we're about to get underway. 0-0, Lee, and the United score. 0-0. Right, we're underway in the second half. Ball goes back to Ibu, who does the decent thing and launches the ball long out left-hand side. Is Van Dijk injured? No, I'm sure it was just a half each to just stretch out who's playing, to be fair. I wouldn't say there's any injuries now. I'd say it was just a pre-planned thing. Who's the captain? I would imagine Gomez now. I haven't seen the armband yet, but I'd imagine it's Gomez. Yes, it's Gomez. I can see the armband on him now. What about Gravenberch? 2 games minimum. Malaki was what was said. Or is it? Yeah, Malaki. 2 games minimum. So I would say maybe hope for him back in and around the City game, just to be sure. When will Alisson be back? After the international break is what's being reported. Which is unfortunate, obviously, not having him for the City game. But look, if Kelleher can keep up this performance level, fingers crossed. Gomez is not a DM. We know that, but needs must. You know, you are aware of the injury situation we have, right? I mean, I think I still have the 11 list here for the injuries. 1 sec, I'll go back through it. It's incredible reading. We did up an 11 of injured Liverpool players. It's remarkable how many players we have out. So an injured Liverpool 11. Alisson, Trent, Matip, Bajcetic, Gravenberch, Jones, Thiago, Szoboszlai, Salah, Jota, Nunes. That's incredible. And we are still in every goddamn competition. We've won the League Cup. Okay, this game still has a part to play, but we're ahead and top of the league table. Ball across. Oh, Kelleher again. He's on the ground and he's still making saves. Go on, Queeveen. Bula bus. He just can't get past Queeveen. Just can't do it. He's a machine. Oh, here's Brian driving home from work. Please give play-by-play. And thank you again, Brian, for your incredible generosity, mate, in the chat. We'll do my best to keep you up to date, Brian. Kelleher's just made an incredible save on the ground at the near post with his leg. But appreciate you, Brian. And yes, we'll try to keep you up to date, mate, with play-by-play. Free kick here to Liverpool, just about 5 yards inside the Southampton half. Clark to Gomez. Gomez spreads the ball out wide right hand side to Bradley. Back to Ibu. No, VVD that we're aware of, Omar. It's probably a pre-planned change at half-time, that one. Between Van Dijk and Canade. So no, not injured. And again, lots of people in the chat saying thank you to Brian as well. As yes, very well said. But 232 subscribers away, folks. So please do keep hitting that subscribe button. Oh, go on, boys. Ooh, we nearly pressed that ball back inside the Southampton penalty area. Elliott's now won it back. He tries the ball in field. Southampton have it, and they've cleared their lines. I will sync for you guys a 49 minutes here. Just bear with me. Southampton are on the attack right-hand side. And that goes for Southampton corner. 49 minutes and 1. 49, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 49, 10. Jens said Liverpool are incredibly fantastic. Are you converting, Jens? Because, you know, I'm feeling the love, bro. And don't forget, Mr. LFC USA, Brian, will be at the Boston show where we'd hope to see some of you guys as well. 3 weeks to go. Corner coming in here from Southampton. In swinger. Headed away by Gomez. Southampton regather it on the left side of the penalty area. Cross in. Kelleher comes flying out with a Superman punch, but the ball goes over our crossbar. We got a bit fortunate there. Kelleher tried to jump out ahead of this. Southampton player got there ahead of him, got a flick, but it's over the crossbar and it's a Liverpool goal kick. Yeah. Did enough to put him off. Kelleher sends the ball long out left-hand side. Southampton win the first aerial duel. Liverpool press with Kumas. It's back all the way back to the Southampton keeper. He plays it out right-hand side, and again the press comes on from Clark this time. Come on, boys. Keep the press. Now, close him down. Energy levels are fantastic from these young lads. Oh, Ibu loves those cheap free kicks, doesn't he? He gets a little bit too close at times and commits some of these fouls. Now, this time he gets away, no booking or anything, but he needs to be careful with those. Southampton on the attack. Gomez gets back, or Kwanzaa gets back. Too strong for the Southampton forward who goes to the ground. Referee waves it away, saying nothing doing. I'll be in Boston. Fantastic city, said Mark. Love to see you there, Mark. Hope you've got your tickets, mate. If you haven't, please do get them. Elliott. The Clark. Gakpo. Oh, he drags it wide. Oy. Not great, Cody. Not great, bro. Great build-up play from Liverpool. Carved Southampton open. Ball into Gakpo. He takes his time, steadies, and I mean, I'm being generous to say it wasn't great. Loving this new Kelleher and these youngsters, said Wolf Angel 15. Thank you, mate, and appreciate your support of the channel. 7 months as a member. Thank you. Elliott. I mean, surely it's worth bringing Dan's on now. I'm not trying to knock Gakpo at him, but he just doesn't look zoned in today. So surely get Dan's on and give him the opportunity. Yeah, Lucho was on the bench, Imran, yeah. Is Xabi Alonso coming to Liverpool? I don't know, Daza, but I hope so. I hope so, mate, but I really, really would be lying to you if I said I know 100%. I don't. I don't think anyone does. I know Florian Plettenberg's still trying to bang that drum for Bayern, but I think it'll be either stay at Liverpool, or stay at Leverkusen or come to Liverpool. Again, Liverpool playing some good intricate stuff around the edge of the Southampton penalty area, but that last ball to Gakpo was failed a couple of times. Now Southampton have an opportunity to break left-hand side. Ibu gets back. Look at that. Look at that, Ibu. Yes, sir. Beautiful sliding challenge. Wins the ball. Gives it to Elliott. Well done, Ibu. Gomez now brings it away. Kwanzaa. Cross to Costas. Again, good football from those Liverpool youngsters, but Southampton players get a foot in and it's back with the Southampton keeper. Trent, probably in and around the international break, Lee, is the last update we got. There's Ibu winning the ball. And I'm not exaggerating. Halfway inside the Southampton half, Ibu's up there winning the ball. Ibu's got legs like Inspector Gadget, said the Ronins, or the Ronins TV channel. Inspector Ibu. Southampton corner, by the way. Socks down, Elliott hits difference at Whitehammer. Look, I'm glad Elliott's starting to get some of the love that we all know he deserves. Please never sing again. I'll sing whatever the hell I want, Matthew. My singing is marvellous, don't you know? I'm expecting a 3-album deal coming in soon from Sony. Just for you, mate. Celtic 7-0 up. 7. 7-0 reminds me of something. Can't quite put my finger on it. Anybody able to help me out there? What, 7-0? Right, what are we at with subscribers? 227 to go. Ooh, Gomez got lucky there, but he's given the ball away. Southampton in possession. Gakpo tracking back. Costas gets a tackle in. Kwanzaa, that's it, calm as you like. Plays the ball into midfield. Southampton get a little bit fortunate with that, but they're still in possession. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Almost 11 minutes gone in the second half. Southampton on the attack, but... Here comes Ibu. Ibu. And he defends it well. Gomez. To Elliott. Elliott drifts inside, gives the ball to Gomez. Kwanzaa. Liverpool on the halfway line. Elliott, man on. Harvey, man on. Back to Ibu. Nothing on for him, so he goes back to Kelleher. Good ball in field there from Bradley to Clark. Release the ball, Bobby. That's the one. Costas. That was unfortunate because we'd got ourselves into a really good position. Very good crisp passing there. Bradley inside to Bobby Clark. Bobby Clark then plays the ball to Costas, who it's just not timed right with Costas' run. It's a little bit ahead of him and it goes beyond for a goal kick. Ibu gets a foot in there. What do you reckon of Adebayo from Luton? Tall, target man, decent baller. Kuna would be good as well. I don't think Gakpo's the one. Big love. I don't know about Adebayo making that big step up to Liverpool, to be fair. What was the other one you said? Tall target man. Look, Gakpo's playing because we're short. You know, I don't certainly think of Gakpo in the starting Liverpool 11 when everyone's fit. But I certainly wouldn't want to be getting rid of him either because I think he's a great squad player to have and he's still young. Barry Taylor, thank you, Barry, for gifting another 10 Anfield Agenda memberships. You're very kind. And again, Welshdragon, thank you for your super chat, mate. Extremely generous. Come on, boys. 58. I'm still waiting to see when Dan's comes on. Surely he's got to bring Dan's on. Liz said, Brian, drive safe and lots of love. Again, well in, Liz, looking after everybody. Liz is the mammy of the channel. Gomez to Elliot. Bit slack there, but Ibu's there to win it back. Kwanzaa. Back to Ibu. Nothing on there, so he squares it back to Kelleher. Out to Elliot, who's just popping up everywhere, Harvey Elliott. Love it. Southampton throw in on the far side. Ref said Liverpool player got the last touch in that one. Come on, boys. Yes, Ibu. Ibu with sliding tackles inside the Southampton half. Cross from Bradley, takes a ricochet, and it goes out for a throw into Liverpool right by the Southampton corner flag. Craig will be against the winner of either Forest or United. Yep, if we get through, we'll be away against either Forest or United. Precaution, Will. Don't worry about Verge, mate. I'm sure that was already pre-planned at half-time that he'd make that switch with Canade. Liverpool corner. Well done. Liverpool corner on the far side. Should we sign Elise if he becomes available? I think he's a little bit injury prone, but certainly a great player. But you do have to look at that injury concern. Same with Neto. You know, both of them very talented, but you'd have to have a look at their injury record. Corner in. Ooh, ball bounces off a Liverpool player. I think Ibu unaware. Ball comes off and goes behind for a Southampton goal kick. Here we go. Alexis McAllister and Jayden Dans stripped off and ready to come on. So Klopp about to bring on Dans and McAllister. Rhythm is a dancer. Absolutely. It's about to happen. Free kick here to Southampton. No, he plays on actually. I mean, I think Southampton should have had a free kick there, but referee said play on. And Kelleher's in possession. Andy Harper, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, Andy. Appreciate you, sir. Yes, Bradley is limping, but it was a contact injury. I wouldn't worry about it. It's just a contact thing. He'll walk that off. Rhythm is a dancer. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Put your hands and voices, put your mind and join us. You can feel it everywhere. Oh, it's the passion. Right, here we go with the substitution. Dans and McAllister about to enter to replace McConnell, who's coming off the first substitution. Well done, young man. Another good 60 minutes for him. And here comes Alexis McAllister. Is it just me, or is Ali McCoy's punditry equivalent to tourist TV snack worldly of a tartan tin of shortbread? I like Ali McCoy. I think he's a great pundit. The thing that always gets me about McCoy, and it's Kumas coming off, the goal scorer, by the way. So Kumas off for Dans, and Dans went straight to Gakpo and had a little word with him on something. So McConnell and Kumas off, McAllister and Dans on. And I also love a bit of shortbread, Michael. Love a bit of Scottish shortbread, mate. All butter. But yeah, I think McAllister's infectious personality and enthusiasm for football always shines through in his punditry. You can tell he just honestly loves the game. Oh, Chelsea have scored a winner in the last minute. Chelsea have found a way in the last minute. Chelsea 3, Leeds United 2. Bradley, cross in. Headed away by Southampton, who keep it in on the far side. Conor Gallagher with that winner, which will relieve a lot of the pressure on Mauricio Pochettino as Chelsea find their way into the quarter-final. And Chelsea will be at home against Leicester. So Chelsea are going to fancy a semi-final berth there. They're at home as well in the quarter-final draw against Leicester. So how do I become a member? You should see it down underneath the chat where there's the little dollar icon. It should be around there, mate, to become a member. If not, I'm sure somebody can put the link in the chat for you. 64 minutes gone at Anfield. Still Liverpool 1, Southampton 0. Lewis Kumas with that goal. Liverpool Chelsea final. Not again. I couldn't stomach another one. Dan's, go on, son. Oh, unlucky. Strike. It took a deflection and it goes behind. Klopp turns and applauds to the main stand and everybody else in the stadium for their support, obviously, of the players and Dan's in particular here. Good bit of football. 1-2 with Elliott. His strike was blocked and it'll be a Liverpool corner. 25 plus stoppage time to go. Right, my friends, 214 subscribers to go. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We're trying to get to 245k tonight. Every one of you makes a real difference. Liverpool goes short with the corner. Elliott. De Costas. What are we saying about a quadruple? I mean, they'll tell us not to talk about it, not to dream, Machiavelli, but we got to, right? We got to. What's the point if not? You know, nice handy draw away at Old Trafford. I presume they'll get through, but nice handy draw. Joke. Yeah, look, got to go away to either City Ground or Old Trafford in the quarterfinals. But if we have a full-strength team or somewhat of a full-strength team back, you never know. L7 Zekro, welcome. L7 Zekro, welcome to Anfield Agenda FC, sir. Appreciate your support. Welcome to the family. Ooh, Dan's unlucky. Keep pressing. So remember when they tried to rob Rhythm is a Dancer from us, that you guys in the Anfield Agenda community came up with that first. So, because it has to catch on, because it's too good not to. Rhythm is a Dancer. Love it. And it wasn't me that came up with it, so I'm not looking for the credit. It was somebody in the chat. Why was VVD taken off? I believe it was a pre-planned thing, Jamie, that he'd play 45 and Kanade would play 45. Rashford just missed a sitter. Oh, they're the words we love to hear. Give the man another 350 grand a week and tell another pack of lies about Barcelona and PSG wanting to sign him. Go on. Go on. Thoughts on John O'Shea? I mean, look, I have nothing negative to say about John O'Shea. A great servant to Irish football. A consummate professional. Yeah, nothing negative to say whatsoever about him. Big fan of everything John O'Shea's done in his career. I know he's played for Manchester United, but look, he's had a great career. He's a thorough professional. Ibu again. Making that interception in the 6-yard box. Southampton tried to get in on the right-hand side. And Ibu says, no dice, no dice. And puts that trailing leg out. Like Inspector Gadget. And makes the clearance. Thoughts on Ian Rush? Come on now, Lee. You know my thoughts on Ian Rush. Same as your thoughts on Ian Rush. Absolute legend. Corner in. Oh my days. I'd have scored that. Southampton get a chance at the far post. Corner comes in, goes over everyone, breaks on the far post. Southampton players there, takes a touch. And it's to say it's a poor effort again. It's an understatement. It was shocking. Kelleher didn't even have to make a save. Ball into the left channel out to Costas. He puts a cross in. It's hooked away by the Southampton defence. Schleigo is in the house. Marky, how are we? Schligach. Oh, I'm coming on for Southampton apparently. I'm coming on here for Southampton. QMAS Wales for the Guramahagut. Absolutely. Absolutely, sir. What a moment for the young man. Right, here I come. I'm on for Southampton. I mean, I've lost a lot of weight. I'm looking well. Rothwell off. Adozie off. Shay Adams and Craig Smallbone. Or Will Houlden, whichever one you want, on here. Sarah said, don't hate me, I like Ronaldo. I wouldn't hate you for that, Sarah. Everybody's their own preferences, my friend. Ooh, Kelleher there showing his skills with a little turn on the edge of the box. McAllister now, infield. To Clark. Love that, Bobby. Well out. Bradley. To Elliott. Still Elliott. Dink to the far post. Ooh, Dan's just over his head. Just over his head. That could have been it. That could have been the moment. Chelsea full time. Chelsea booked their place in the quarter-final of the FA Cup with a 3-2 dramatic victory over Leeds United. So they will be at home to Leicester City in the quarter-final of the FA Cup. Will I ever do a live stream with Sabrina? No, she won't ever come on a stream, Chris. But she will be at the show in Boston. And people that went to the Dublin show got to meet her as well. So if you're going to come to Boston and you want to meet Sabrina, she'll be at the show. 206 subscribers left to go. 206. Ever noticed that Elliott never loses the ball? Absolutely. I've been championing that part of Elliott's game for ages. He's extremely efficient with the ball. Are we going to be home or away the next round? We're away, Ebad, against either Forest or United. So whoever wins that, we're away to them. Elliott. Gakpo. Bradley. Elliott back inside. Gomez. Rush or Owen? Rush. Costas. Reverse ball down the line. McAllister. Head up, ball in. Ooh, pinball. Strike. Blocked. Goes behind Liverpool corner. Unlucky, boys. Come on. Let's go. Are Liverpool already through? No, Peter. The draw was just done at 7 o'clock, mate. And the winner of this goes through to play the winner of Nottingham Forest, Manchester United. Yeah, VVD came off at half time. He was replaced by Canade. Corner. In from Costas. Oh, goes past everybody. Southampton players appeal for something. Referee gives nothing. Elliott now. Edge of the box. Pings one out left-hand side to Costas. 72 minutes on the clock. And it's a Southampton throw-in. Double ricochet, unfortunately, there. And it'll be a Southampton ball on the far side. Oh, United have scored, the chat are saying. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'll take you at face value for the minute. United goal. That's been confirmed. There you go. Casemiro. So United 1-0 up away against Forest. Oh, I've misplaced the ball. Elliott. Go on, dance. Go on. Yes, son! Dance! Rhythm is a dancer! Rhythm is a dancer. It's a source of passion. You can feel it in the cup. Woo! It's a passion! Woo! Go on, 2-0. There we go. There we go. Dans gets the moment. I'm sure his father Neil is absolutely beaming with pride. Liverpool Football Club 2, and it is Jayden Dans with his first senior goal for the club. Beautiful. I gave the ball away in midfield, as in Will Smallbone. Ball goes to Harvey Elliott. Dans times his run. Elliott slips him in onside. Love that. And then it's a beautiful control dink over the keeper. It is Liverpool Football Club 2, Southampton 0. Jayden Dans with the goal. What a night for the academy. We've seen Lewis Kumas open the scoring, and now Jayden Dans. Look at that for a bit of class. Composure. Perfectly executed. 2-0 to the Reds. You know who else loves that? Mr. Newlon. He loves a bit of Jayden Dans. Oh, we love that. Go on, Dans. Oh, there's a bit of VAR in the United game on something. Sunshine, moonlight, good times. Okay. Barry, gifted another 10 memberships. Barry, we love that. We love that, Barry. Well in. Barry Taylor, 10 gifted memberships. Boom. 194 subscribers to go. But look, tonight is about the kids. Tonight is about the kids. Jayden Dans scores the second after Lewis Kumas. Both their fathers, former professional footballers themselves. And we are at the 75-minute mark. Party time, ladies and gentlemen. The kids have done it again. So, fill me in on the United sitch. Goal or no goal in the United game? You said Dans would score. Never doubting you again, said David Long. I did, David. You are correct. I did predict in the preview Dans to score. So I'm seeing mixed answers here to the United goal, no goal. Goal stands. Grand, thank you. So it's 1-0 Manchester United. Costas now for Liverpool. Fires it across. Cleared. So United's goal stood. So it's Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester United 1. Remember, Liverpool travel to the winner of that tie for the quarter-final. Last game before the international break as well. Woo-wee! That's going to be fun. If you are with us for the first time and you haven't, either dropped a like on the stream or hit the subscribe button, please do. We're closing in towards 2,000 likes, and of course we'd love you guys to help us get to 245,000 subscribers. If you have not yet heard, it's all about the academy tonight at Anfield. Lewis Kumas with the opening goal. His father Jason Kumas, former player of Tranmere Rovers, will be obviously delighted. And young Jayden Dans scores, and of course his father Neil, a former professional himself. Kids are doing all right, you know, and I'm sure we've got two very proud sets of families cheering on their boys, and absolutely they should be proud. We're certainly proud of them. Here comes Trey Neone as well. Here we go, a little bit of Trey. Love to see it. Trey Neone, another Liverpool fan, coming through as well. We obviously signed him from Leicester City. He's coming on with 13 minutes to go on the clock as well. Best place you've ever visited in the US or want to? Right, so I've only ever been to Florida in the US, Matthew. So, Florida. I've had some layovers in airports, but never stayed anywhere other than Florida. So, Florida. Elliott's coming off to be replaced by Trey Neone. Place I want to visit, Vegas, which I'm getting to do in October. Boston, which of course we're doing in 3 weeks. And I want to get to Texas and South Carolina as well. Oh, Kwanzaa looks like he's limping a bit here, but hopefully it's just a contact thing. There he is. Leone, ball inside to Gomez, and we're off. Come to Texas. Oh, I do. I want to go to the mothership. So I definitely want to visit Texas and Austin. I want to go to the mothership and check out Joe Rogan's comedy club. Excuse me. So, 78 minutes on the clock. Liverpool 2, Southampton 0. The kids are doing it. Why would I change the score? The score is spot on. Do. Craig, come to Compton or South Detroit. I feel like I'd fit right in Compton, to be honest with you. Do you know? Compton asked Craig, they'd call me. 11 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Fans are singing and we've conquered all of Europe. Yes, indeed. And we're never going to stop. How's it, mate? Never seen us put out a team, bring on subs like we have put out in this game to bed and controlled it. The kids have made it well. Thank you, Jack Nickel, for your comment, mate. Appreciate that. It's again, Klopp's going to be immensely proud of this tonight, and as he should be. And thank you for your super chat, Jack. Appreciate you. Yes, well, one back again. Dan's. Unlucky. Oh, unlucky. Didn't get a chance to square it off, but he wanted a second. What position does Trey play? Midfield, mate. So, we're 200 likes away from 2K. So, hit the like button if you haven't done so. And 176 subscribers to go. Yes, Dave, we love that. It was definitely a Scoopy Dink for the Rhythm is a Dancer goal. 100% Scoopy Dink. I don't say that enough anymore. Scoopy Dink. Is everybody looking forward to knocking United out of the FA Cup at Old Trafford? Craig, United get the goal for the one we got ruled out on Sunday. Huh. Interesting. That is interesting. Because remember, Mohamed Salah was ruled offside when he was pushed into an offside position before, and they were saying Liverpool were just unlucky there. It'll be away, mate. It'll be away for those asking about the FA Cup draw. We were drawn away. I'll give you the full FA Cup draw in a moment. We're just on the attack now with Costas. Plays it in to Gakpo. Gakpo dinks it towards the far post. Southampton player puts it behind for Liverpool corner. So, the draw for the FA Cup is Wolves or Brighton versus Coventry City. Nottingham Forest or Manchester United against Liverpool or Southampton, which will be Liverpool at this point. Chelsea have beaten Leeds, so they'll be at home against Leicester City. And then there's the Oil Classico between 115 Charges FC and Newcastle. Eight minutes to go. Come on, boys. Cleared by Southampton. Breaks to Gomez. He goes back out to Costas, right hand side. Costas crossed too close to the Southampton keeper, who comes and claims it and quickly throws the ball out. But in steps Liverpool player to win the ball back. We love it. Well in. Bradley again. Still going. Gakpo now. To Bobby Clark. Again. See, that's one of those there, right? Where defender goes to ground looking for a cheap free kick. Sometimes the refs buy them, but you never get a penalty for that. This is another bit of that hypocritical refereeing. Standout player so far. Do you know, everybody will probably have their own one tonight that stood out for them. But For me, Bobby Clark. I think Bobby Clark's been exceptionally good tonight. Verge was great. Canade's been great. But I've really, really liked... Elliott's been brilliant as well, let me say that. But I've really enjoyed Bobby Clark's performance tonight. And Kelleher made some huge saves again in the first half. But if you're looking for a man of the match, I'd suggest it's probably between Kelleher, Elliott and Clark for me. I think Clark's been brilliant. But so was Harvey Elliott, a real leader out there. Looks like a senior player. But I've enjoyed seeing Bobby Clark today. Southampton corner on the far side. Rain starts to pour again inside Anfield. Cross in, headed away. Don't forget, we will be asking you for your man of the match in the post-match show coming up straight after the final whistle. We're only 97 likes away from 2,000, so please do hit the like button. If you can hit the like button for Dan's and for Kumas, both scoring the first senior goal. Now, come on. And also do hit the subscribe button, 169 to go. So it is full time, by the way, at the City Ground in Nottingham. It is Nottingham Forest 0, Manchester United 1. So they are through to the quarterfinals where they await probably us at this point at Old Trafford. What a quarter-final tie that is going to be. And I believe that'll be the last game before the international break. So we'll have both Manchester clubs in the space of a week or so. Gakpo gets away from the attempted foul by Smallbone. Still Gakpo. Got runners left and right. Still Gakpo. Oof. Obviously got a bit greedy, wanted his goal. But you know what? I'm not going to begrudge him his shot. He earned it with that great run. From inside his own half, 2 or 3 Southampton players tried to foul him. Gakpo kept going, gliding past players, gets to the edge of the box. Unlucky, just didn't get enough dip on the strike. Not a bad effort at all. 5 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. It's still Liverpool 2, Southampton 0. There he is again. Corner Southampton. Celtic finished up 7-1 winners, by the way. Right, Southampton corner. Ball headed away on the edge of the box. Second ball back in. Out comes Queeveen. Grabs it. Calm as you like. Oh, I think we can all breathe. Why Inspector Gadget? Somebody said earlier on that Canade has Inspector Gadget legs because he's everywhere and winning all the tackles. So, I don't know. I've just been singing the Inspector Gadget theme tune whenever he's on the ball. 3.5 minutes to go on this one, plus stoppage time. Liverpool currently 2 goals up. First goal scored by young Lewis Kumas. Second one from young Jaden Danns, excuse me. Gomez now. Slips it into it's not a great ball, Joe. Into that left channel. And it's a throw into Southampton. Liverpool pressed to win it back high up the pitch though. McAllister, ball in, headed away. It breaks to Bradley. His ball saved. Dan's goal! Ha-ha! Yes! He's on a brace. Jaden Danns follows in from a strike that was saved by the Southampton keeper. Danns follows in. Look at what it means to him. He gets his second. Liverpool's third. It is just a perfect evening for Liverpool's youngsters. Jaden Danns, not just 1, but 2 coming off the bench. David Long, thank you for the super chat, mate. Oh my days, what a night for the youngsters. Strike from Bradley, forced a save from the keeper. Jaden Danns does what all good strikers do, which is follow it up. And he's there to caress the ball into the back of the net. It is Liverpool Football Club 3, Southampton 0. All three goals, scored by Liverpool's youthful players. First one comes from young Kumas, and then the next two from Jayden Danns. What a night. Rhythm is a dancer. Rhythm is a dancer. It's a source of passion. You can feel it everywhere. Oh, it's a passion. Woo. What a head of hair as well, by the way. I wouldn't mind a bit of that myself. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Where's the alien? There he is. Don't you worry about it. Newland's ready for you. Sunshine. Moonlight. Dare we dream? Dare we dream of a hat-trick? Dare we dream? 1 minute of regular time to go. Here comes Craig Houlden. Craig Houlden about to come on. Good to see him to replace Cody Gakpo. Well done. Houlden about to come on. We love that. Another lovely moment for another Liverpool youngster. I tell you what, lads, what a night. 3-0. Jason 93 said Forest 0, United 1. Yep. We are aware of that one. Visit Africa, said Malama. I certainly hope to at some point. South Africa is our 4th highest viewing country. I know you said Africa in general, but I'm just giving you an update. Right, we need 163 subscribers to get to 245k. So if you haven't subscribed, folks, please do. Another clean sheet for Kelleher. Is he Alisson in disguise? This performance is down to Craig giving high scores in the player ratings. I mean, some people, David, will try to give Klopp and the players credit, but you and I both know it's all down to me. You're right. I should be getting all the praise for this performance. Never mind the parents that brought these kids up and down the country to train, or Jurgen who dedicated his life to it. I gave them high scores in the player rating, so, who's done the real work? Come on, let's all subscribe, said Brian. Please do. 153 to go. 4 minutes left. Well, less than 4 minutes. And don't forget, we will be straight back with a match reaction show after the final whistle. Dan's clear of Haaland, said Darwin Núñez. There you go. I mean, it's all very well and good scoring 5 against Luton, but can you score 2 against Southampton coming off the bench? There we go. It's going to be a difficult man of the match poll tonight, isn't it? Good evening, Craig, you 442 superstar. Thank you. I'll take that title. Thank you very much. Oh, keep pressing, Cade. Unlucky. The link for the match reaction show is up at the top of the chat, folks. What a night. Honestly, what a night. 3-0 in 90 minutes. Incredible. Neoni now. Out right hand side to Gordon. Imagine thinking Xabi Alonso is not sitting in Germany now, rubbing his hands together, going, yep, I can work with that. I can work with those lads. And we get to go to Old Trafford and knock them out in the quarter-final. I mean, perfection. Jayden Danns, remember that name, United fans, because he's going to be the person who knocks you out, said Jack Smith. Hopefully. Right, 90 seconds of stoppage time to go. Who have City got? Newcastle. Newcastle at home. So it'll be at the Etihad. The full FA Cup draw, and I don't know what the score is in the the Wolves-Brighton game. But Wolves are Brighton versus Coventry City. Manchester United against Liverpool. Chelsea will be taking on Leicester City, and then it's 115 Charges FC against Newcastle. Scott Patrick, thank you, Scott, said, I'm so proud of our kids. They've done us proud. I enjoy watching them. We won't need too much in the summer. Thank you, Scott, for that super chat. Appreciate you. Downtown Vegas, how are you, my friend? Said, Kumas and Dan's combined have the same number of goals as Bruno Fernandes this year. Kumas has more than Anthony. Anthony's the greatest. Anthony's the greatest. Oh, they're not singing that? Oh, Finney's Wolves won. Wolves won, so Wolves are through. It would be Wolves against Coventry, United against Liverpool, Chelsea against Leicester City, and 115 Charges FC against Newcastle in the Oil Clasico. $131 subscribers left. Please do hit that subscribe button. And we are going to be live with a match reaction momentarily, because it is all over. The referee has put the whistle to his lips. It finishes Liverpool Football Club 3, Southampton 0. 2 goals on the night from Jayden Danns, followed up an opening goal from Lewis Kumas. Couldn't be any more perfect for Klopp and those boys. No new injury concerns that I'm aware of either. And of course, in our Man of the Match poll, you guys are going to decide in the match reaction who wins it. So don't go anywhere. The link is at the top of the live chat right there for the match reaction show. Thank you to everyone that joined us. Thank you to Barry and everyone that gifted memberships, everyone that sent super chats, everyone that commented. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you. Don't forget, we want to see you guys over in Boston if you are there on the 22nd of March. But mostly, I want to see you in 2 minutes' time in the match reaction. Link in the top of the live chat. We'll see you over there for that one. And again, the Reds are through to the quarter-final, where we will take on Manchester United at Old Trafford. It's all set up nicely. We will talk to you in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere.